to do a bit of town stuff. So at the end of the last day, I crafted the Plague Flask. I had to assign it to a character because I in order to try to fix the card quality issue, which I think has been fixed. Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, it was fixed, and I just want to make sure it persisted when going through the save. Yeah, I think those look fine now. Excuse me, I migrated to the new version of the mod, which also lets us put the special loot card in the deck, which is nice. So, random lag spike there. Okay, so I had to give this to someone. We had an open slot on Pyro or Crashing Tide. Crashing Tide makes a lot more sense for the Plague Flask, just because we've got a number of different AoE attacks or multi-hit attacks, so being able to toss out this poison in AoE before attacking, like, also we're just more likely to sort of move next to a clumping of enemies, such that this can be good. So yeah, I mean, for the same reasons that we like the Poison Dagger. Okay, so we need to craft another potion. Hopefully this version isn't going to be too laggy. So we can do that with Rockroot. I think we actually can't craft another new potion though, right? Yeah. Because the only things we can do, because we only have 0 Corpse Cap currently, and the only thing we can do with Rockroot is with Flame Fruit. Yeah. The other one, no, yeah, here or here. We have a possibility, but it requires Flame Fruit, both of those. There's like two other non-Corpse Cap potions, but both would require Flame Fruit, which we don't have. And we're growing Corpse Cap. Okay, so that means we are done in town for now. So let's get going to the road event. All right, so summer still by some margin. Not a huge margin. Winter comes soon. No, we're going to have to start building again. Certainly at least one more level of walls. All right. Yeah, so that's outpost. Yeah, because the boat pushed all over. Summer road event. All right, here we go. An unnatural chill passes across the road in front of you, causing you to pull up your coat. You hurry along as the sun sets, but as the shadows creep across the trail, your attackers show themselves. Ice Wraiths. They close in, faceless and hungry for the sustenance they can only get from those still living. One of them appears more corporeal than the rest. Faded armor and elongated spikes of ice jutting from its body, suggesting it has a rank above the others. 2 ahead of you and 2 behind. Sounds like a fair fight. Option A, take out the leader first. Option B, focus on the minions first. Ah. Interesting. So, I think this is going to be... Yeah, I think this is an Alexanderism, and I say this one in a good way, certainly. My guess is that basically, so normal and elite ice wraiths are of the same difficulty. There's no, like, elites aren't stronger than normals. So I think that mechanic is basically what's being tested here. Because normally you would think, okay, killing the leader first is usually going to be good in a combat situation, but I think this is is subverting that expectation, and at least in a logical way, because Ice Wraith's normals are the same. So let's try focusing on the minions first. Option B. Alright. You know that appearances can be deceiving with Ice Wraiths, and the leadership can shift between them in an instant. You focus down the minions while you have the chance, overcoming their armor and avoiding the majority of their ice shards while they're in their weaker form. But it's not actually their weaker form. But anyway. It's a closer fight than you like, but you're victorious. With the enemies dispatched, you make camp, huddle around the fire. It'll be tough to get warm tonight. All characters start the next scenario discarding 1 card. Okay. It's not actually... So overall, I like this event. Again, this is the sort of thing that I was talking about in the difference between Alexander's events and Gloomhaven 1 events, which is basically that, sometimes there can be a bit of trickiness, but at least that trickiness is rooted in mechanics. So if you see it, you're like, yeah, I should have known, rather than just being like, oh, okay. With the exception of like 1, which I guess, yeah, well, anyway. What the hell? Oh, I see. Okay. So over here. Actually, this is fine. Anyway, so yeah, I like this event. My only one minor gripe then is just the thing that the normals are the weaker form, because there's no actual weaker form. But certainly, the theme still works because you don't take as much damage by focusing down the normals first, which makes sense because the elites have retaliate and the normals have shield. Anyway, alright, so we will get rid of this event, and we all have to discard a card at the start of the scenario. Okay, let's go ahead and, we can just set up the scenario and then grab our challenges. Okay, game setup. Yeah. Got some some bugs. There's some error messages I keep getting, but hopefully it doesn't actually affect anything. Okay. So this scenario, yeah. I mean, the scenario is fine, but it's just, it's a bit of a shame because this is kind of the least interesting boss fight at the end of this chain. All right, the scenario is complete when the large ice crystal, which is an objective, is destroyed. At the end of that round, read 109.1. All attacks targeting any monster gain disadvantage, and all sources of damage suffered by any monster are reduced by 1. So wound doesn't do anything here. Okay, literally nothing. So wound, yeah, completely useless. Instead of using standees for the bosses, use the miniatures in the tuck boxes. Okay, we'll worry about that afterwards. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna have to fight a boss. I mean, Frozen Fist sided with us, so we can assume that it's the Snow Dancer we're gonna have to fight, except we don't actually fight the Snow Dancer, we fight the Ice Crystal. Which means... I mean, you know... Or at least... No, we're still only... Oh my god, no way. We needed one more level on one character, right? To push it over. So, Pyro is... I mean, this is actually just gonna be really hard, right? Basically, Crashing Tide does a bunch... Yeah, how are we even going to beat this? Huh, I haven't really thought this through. So Crashing Tide does a bunch of smaller damage attacks, right? Like a bunch of attack 2s and stuff like that, which against these enemies are going to be attack 1s with disadvantage, effectively. And Wound doesn't do anything to them. I mean, I guess we have to poison them, essentially. And also, the Pyro, like, Hazardous Terrain also basically does nothing to them because all sources of damage are reduced by 1, which means that our 2 damage Hazardous Terrain does 1 damage, which again barely tickles an Algox, right? Also, since the ending of the scenario is just destroying an Ice Crystal, an objective, Pyro, like, I mean, honestly, I'll be amazed if I finally get to play a scenario where Pyro actually feels like an effective class, because certainly thus far, I mean, at least having built around Hazardous Terrain on Pyro, I mean, I don't think we've had one. Maybe we've had one. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, no, even the... Yeah, I mean, the Lurker problem, I guess, was fine-ish. But even there was, yeah, a fair amount of water and stuff. Just, yeah. Anyway. All right. Sure. So let's set up our characters. No, so we got to see our challenges. Well, this is going to be really hard, so I really don't want a hard challenge. I might just have to choose no challenge here. Whenever you reveal a -2 attack modifier card from the monster attack modifier deck, treat it as a 2 times instead. Alright, well we have the Iron Helmet for 2 times. That's not bad. It's just an additional crit. Otherwise, at the start of the 3rd round, we spawn 1 normal Hound, which would be pretty annoying with these rules, and these rules don't say any monster. Yeah, so we probably don't want an additional Hound here, huh? Okay, so an additional crit? I mean, how many of us are going to get hit, though, is the question. I mean, if it's mostly the Crashing Tide, should be fine. An additional crit on my other 2 characters kind of sucks. I mean, I don't know. This legitimately seems like it's going to be very hard for our party. 2 of our characters just really struggle with the special rules here. Deathwalker, as usual, is just like... I really want to make a meme about this, where I have, like, you know, the Blink Blade and the Pyro, who are just, like, struggling, and the Pyro is, like, setting up a bunch of Hazardous Terrain and doing nothing with it, and the Blink Blade's like, I'm charging my lasers, you know, and then attacks and gets a miss and a -2 and a -1, and then it's like, well, just wait, in 2 turns I'll attack again. I mean, well, the Deathwalker's just killing enemies left and right. I mean, yeah, so the Deathwalker's going to be perfectly fine here. My other 2 characters are really going to suffer from this. I mean, Crashing Tide's fine because they're still tanking. Like, Crashing Tide's still going to contribute. Pyro, which is once again seems completely useless here. I don't really understand what value this class will provide. Obviously, we can try to rebuild our hand a bit based on the scenario, keeping the scenario in mind, but only with the cards we have available. I don't know. I don't know if I can do a challenge here. I mean, it sucks to do 0 challenges, right? Because certainly, soon we're going to unlock the ability to do 2 challenges, but it certainly makes, like, in the upcoming scenario, the first time I could do 2, it would be better to just do 1 and have done 1 here than do 2 at once. But the scenario seems so hard for my party. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's only 2 rooms and just a boss race, so even if the rooms are harder, we should still be able to do it, I guess. Sure, let's just try Foul Luck. Oop, no, crap. Alright, now I gotta search for this. I always forget. I don't always forget. That's the first time I forgot, actually. Pack hunting. Alright, so this needs to go here. On top. So Foul Luck will be this. And so we need to grab battle goals. Okay, again, we just have to get 1... Yeah, I mean, Dawdler has really not shown itself for a while. Collect more loot tokens than any other character. Kill an enemy before it takes its first turn. I mean, that's pretty much impossible with Algox, right? Yeah. Get their health values. No way. Huh. I mean, this we could do. Now, what do we got over here? Perform no attack abilities in the first 3 rounds. I mean, 2 check marks is just so good, right? What can we do for top actions if we're not performing attack abilities? I mean, so I know we have what's it called? Magma, the level 5 card now. Rain of Fire. So of course, Rain of Fire, this damage does nothing. And again, the Hazardous Train only do 1, but this is a top action we can perform that's not an attack. I mean, then we can, like, it's pretty rough. We have, like, Cooling. I guess Quench Drain. I guess, honestly, Quench Rage is pretty good here. Because, yeah. I mean, order is going to be ambiguous at worst here, which would mean that we can first double the damage and then reduce it by 1. So this would actually make it be 3, right? Because yeah, if it was reduced by 1 and then doubled, it would only be 2. So yeah, Quench Rage is actually pretty interesting. I mean, so we have to basically be able to create Earth and have Hazardous Train. But Cooling does create Earth, although kind of in an awkward way. But okay, I think we can actually try to make Prepper work. It's not like our attacks would do much anyway, and getting 2 check marks would just be so good. Does this make me want to not take a challenge? Just because beating the snare and getting 2 check marks is pretty important. Because my PQ being check marks. Perform 2 lost actions, same turn, kill an enemy that has 2 or more conditions. Yeah. Alright, never end your turn next to another character. Forward action. Never forward action with a lost icon, or kill an enemy attacked by. I mean, we can just never perform laws. That's certainly doable on Crashing Tide. Obviously, it's a boss fight, so playing losses would be good, but it's easy enough for us to hemorrhage. I mean, to spend stamina for tempo. I don't know. I mean, I feel like this will probably happen to me at some point. I could try Egoist as well, but I don't know. I don't want to go out of my way to deal with that. I can just kind of like let this happen, I think. I've got to assume between the multi-target, the Snow Dancer, the fact that they have an additional crit, etc., we're just probably going to end up pitching a card at some point. And since everything here hits pretty hard, I mean, I guess I should look at the attack value for the Snow Dancer. It's 5. So they're at 6. Here's 4. Single +1. Yeah, it should be okay. All right. Looks good. Oh, we forgot to craft items on the Deathwalker. Oh, yeah. I suppose there was a reason for that, but yeah. So technically I'm going to do this quickly. I know, but anyway. All right. All right. Bear with me. Just going to lean back and relax for a couple minutes while the item shop opens itself up. It's done. Well, it looks like it is, except now we've got to do item shop sort. Oh, yeah, I need to update. Sorry. All right. So what I want are movement boots for sure. I'm just going to go ahead and buy the good ones. There's enough times that difficult terrain has been annoying that I'm happy to have those. We don't have the shadow stompers, do we? This would be really nice. Sorry, I can't. It's so bad up there. All right, we're going to move this down here. We can actually look at these in peace. No, we don't have. There's another boot that I would rather have, but yeah, I don't have. Okay, that's fine. So this costs 4 hide. Pretty expensive when we're low on hide, but whatever. We plan on having the Deathwalker for a while, so I want me sturdy boots. All right, and then we have to get a chest. So chests are here. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, we don't have any gold, so we can't buy any that cost gold, unfortunately. Cloak of Pockets obviously would be very nice. No wind in this party to try to use feather cloak. Leather armor, yeah, again, costs gold. We're just going to buy a traveling cloak for now, or maybe I just buy no chest for now. So there's the Cloak of Warding, which I like a lot, but I actually can't do that right now. I don't have the herbs to make it. I guess that's an argument for just picking up the traveling cloak for now, and then I can eventually upgrade it to the Cloak of Warding. What does it cost to make the holy water again? A corpse cap and a flame fruit? The 2 herbs that I have the least of? Ugh, that's really brutal. It's really killing me making these cloaks, huh? They're cutting into the herb supply. When I have... Yeah, that just doesn't make a lot of sense. Putting water on myself. The thing is, I could just buy Cloak of Pockets. It's just so expensive. Since basically... It's kind of tough either way. No matter what, we're kind of compromising someone's personal quest. Is the honest truth here, right? I mean, in that case, I should just I mean, what is this? This costs potion 98, which is 2 of the same herb, right? It's 2 instances of disadvantage. Not bad, as well as then this, right? This is 4. Oh no, this. So it's what, 2 hide and 2 herbs? Could do that. Oh no, yeah, I have innate disadvantage. All right, let's just grab a traveling cloak. I would like to get the. All right, so basically, the problem with getting Cloak of Pockets is that it costs 30 gold. Right now, all 3 of our characters have 0 gold. So if we get gold on Crashing Tide, we want to try to save it toward. I mean, technically, I know we have a bit of gold to sell on items here, but yeah, if we get gold on Crashing Tide, I actually should sell these items when we're in town, so we can actually afford to produce. Yeah, okay. It's not like I'm going to re-equip these. All right, so I'll sell the 2 of these and put 15 gold there, basically just to. I guess I'll sell this for 4 more as well. We're at it. Okay, so 19 gold. Because I need to have that gold to buy resources. But yeah, so basically any gold that I get on Crashing Tide, I want to try to save for the enhancement personal quest. And any gold I get on these 2 characters, because Crashing Tide doesn't want to contribute towards purchasing resources, I need to use to purchase resources. And I'm just not getting that much gold to justify. Yeah, I mean that I think I'll just have like 30 lying around that soon, in addition to the gold we have to spend on resources. So that's why, even though Cloak of Pockets would be good, I don't really want that. And yeah, I mean, if this were 2 other herbs, right? Like if this were 2 of any of the 3 herbs that I have a lot of, like if it were any combination of Snow Thistle, Axenut, and Arrowvine, I would happily make that, right? The problem is it requires 2 herbs that I have none of. One, I get 1 per turn, but again, there's so many potions that I need to craft in order to try to find how to make the Abyss Axe for the personal quest, that again, this would kind of sacrifice the personal quest. So that's why I think it's unlikely we're going to make Cloak of Warding. But this leaves the option open, and there's just nothing else I really want to buy anyway, so I might as well spend 1 hide on getting the Traveling Cloak. Like, I think it's definitely worth 1 hide to have 1 more HP on a melee character. Alright. It's back, and so there's nothing else I needed to craft, right? I got my Battle Axe, got my boots, got my chest, head, small items, yep. We're all good. Alright. So then we can pack that item shop up. Thank God. All right. Whew, that's better. All right. So, where are we? Setting up for the scenario. Yes. All right. Class cards. Eclipse. No. Are you all stuck together? So I think last time I took Fluid Knight, I'll probably still take it again here. All yes. Why is it doing this? Anyway. Wave, yes. Call, yes. Dark Fog, no. Ritual Sacrifice, absolutely. Strength, yes. Not really. No, I would have actually rather had this than Fluid Knight last time, but small attacks just don't really do the thing here. This, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. 4, 8, 11. Easy. All right. Beautiful. I love Deathwalker. Melee Deathwalker, range Deathwalker, it doesn't matter. I just love Deathwalkering. Just take care of business every time. Speaking of taking care of business. So hold on, let me look at the loot deck. Did it put the thing in? No. So even though I migrated over... Oh, shoot. Or is there just no loot deck in this scenario? No, there is. Dang it. I thought this version... So someone had said that to me, that this version fixed the loot deck bug. All right. So, yeah. I gotta put this down here. Put this down here. We're gonna have to delete the map, basically, and rebuild it. This is fine here, I think. Yeah. Because yeah, so basically I put my special loot card in because all right. So basically, to explain to anyone who doesn't know, I was having a problem with card quality yesterday, and so today, as a suggestion to fix the card quality thing, I migrated to the new version of the mod. And someone had previously told me that the new version of the mod had solved this bug, the bug of basically the loot deck not working when you put the special loot when you put this thing in. Someone had previously said that was the case, so I was like, oh, okay, I can just put this in. But apparently not, because yeah, the loot deck once again did not spawn. Okay, so we got to delete map and recreate map. That's fine. So we just do game setup, delete map, and then game setup, change part. All right, and there we have the loot deck. 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep, and then we just shuffle in a copy of this. Okay. All right. So our battle goals and the challenge we have down here. All right. So set up our pyro. I don't even know. Well, yeah. So I definitely want Quench Rage, basically for the PQ. I want to try to do this thing. So essentially, I mean, yeah, this makes sense. This I want. This isn't very good. The top. I mean, this is something I could do during the off turn, but Wound does nothing here. Poison does do something. We've got the Poison Flask, and we can even just use the Poison Tide. Living Magma is pretty underwhelming, but I guess acceptable. I don't even know if I want Force the Earth. I mean, I usually do, but let's put it in the maybe pile for now. This we want. No. I mean, I think Quench Rage is just going to fulfill this slot for us. The problem is obviously the movement, but this is only a 2-room scenario, and we've got the move 5 jump. It's not like the top Arena Fire is that good here anyway. Bunch of small attacks, but it does create Has Train, although Has Train pretty useless. I mean, what are my cards that actually do something when we're fighting the boss? So it cannot occupy Has Train. That being said, Melted Armor bottom, I guess, is probably pretty good. So I'm kind of interested in that. Don't really care about this. This is a thing I could do in the off turn, but I don't think I want that, although I guess I should consider it. Lava Bomb I just want for a move 4 no matter what. Eruption certainly not. Deep Fury as a way to attack for 4 on the boss. Igneous Path is a given. Okay, so these are kind of all in the maybe pile over here. So I have to look at how I'm going to sequence things such that I can... So basically what I want is to do 3 top turns that don't attack, and on the 3rd turn, I would really like to do Quench Rage. So ideally what I would like to do is make fire on turn 1, and then on turn 2 use Igneous Path for Has Terrain, bottom, and then on turn 3 have Earth. Again, Earth, we can, like, this is a turn 2 that's acceptable, right? Like this plus this. This doesn't do much, but it creates Earth. Do we have any other ways of creating Earth? I mean, yeah, that's like this. This is an attack, so no. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I know I could play this loss on Eruption, but... I mean, could Eruption do something here? Nah, not really. They're a bit too spread out. I mean, it can maybe do something, but... Maybe it could do something? Does... Okay, 1 Hex Ops... I mean... Nah, but it also doesn't really create a convenient path for Quench Rage. Okay. So yeah, my options for creating Earth on top for turn 2, because I really need to have it for this. Do we have any? We have no element potions, and no one else can create Earth. Okay, yeah. So our options for creating Earth on turn 2 are Cooling Top and... yeah, I mean, Metamorphic Rock Top. I don't really think I want to set up Metamorphic Rock here, especially Retaliate does nothing here. So yeah, so it is Cooling Top, which again, I think we can make that work. Like, we can just, worst case scenario, we transfer something meaningless. We should have made, basically, if we use this plus this, we can easily get, 7 Hazardous Terrain placed with our boots and the potion, etc., etc. So this is turn 2. Ideally, like turn 1 would be something like Rain of Fire top. Let's say like, all right, I'm just trying to plan my turns because obviously this battle hole kind of necessitates it. So this top with, I don't even know what on bottom. We need to make fire on bottom, which we literally cannot do. I mean, I guess we don't have to make fire on bottom then. If we use the potion plus boots for this, that's already 5. So that goes 4 hexes plus the 2 hexes of fire from this, that's 6. We have to cooling 1 of those, but that's fine. That still gives us 5, which should be enough to work with. Sure. So in that case, our bottom, I don't know. I don't really know what it should be. I think I want to bring Melted Armor here, actually. I'm pretty interested in trying to do some stuff with these bottoms against the rock. I don't know what the attack will be. I mean, it's going to be like in Tech 4, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe my bottom is just a move on turn 1, and then on turn 3... Yeah, I mean, we want to do something basically like this plus this, essentially. Ugh, kind of beautiful initiative, but yeah. So yeah, I don't know, turn 1... Turn 1 could be this on bottom, but doesn't really seem good, because, do I really want to get attacked for +1 a bunch here? I don't know. I mean, whatever. Could also just like throw away a card, sort of thing. Just like play, this or this, something like that. Yeah. All right. Sure. That looks like a sequence. Okay. That's my 10 cards and my plan. Oop, first person. What the hell? Nope. Oh no. How do I undo this? I accidentally hit control plus something. Does anyone know how to change this? First person camera active. Why would anyone want this? I mean, I know I can press back, but back just kind of bugs things out. I mean, I also don't even know if it'll change the camera. All right. Let's exit first person camera. I see. Okay. The hell? What's going on? TTSY. I don't understand. There we go. Okay. This is going to be one of those days. Okay, Coral's hand. So, what is the situation with shield here? We've got you as one shield, basically. Okay. Basically, it's a question for Shuck. I mean, I assume there will be some shield in the second room as well. So, chaotic refraction seems fine here. We were looking at, 3 melee enemies here in this room. So, chaotic refraction seems fine. So, we like that. I don't know. So, I don't really know if I should even bring Shuck, which is a bit wild, right? Because Wound does absolutely nothing here. It's sort of weird that the scenario effect is damage rather than just attacks, but whatever. I mean, I definitely want this. I don't know. Shock, I guess, is a maybe. This stuns at least. That does something. The bottom obviously does absolutely nothing. Well, it can against the other thing. Don't really care about this. I guess instead of bringing Shock, I can honestly just bring Crush Armor. Yeah, and just not bring Shock. Which is a bit sad, but that's where we're at. I don't want this. Yes, I'm doing the last scenario of the Algox arc. I mean, Skitter sounds a little bit. I mean, what's funny is, first of all, at a distance you could misread that K as an H, and for this scenario, that definitely seems like that. Because 2 attack 2s, I mean, 2 attack 1s is a 2 attack 0s, right? Like, this is so bad. Crashing Tide is just miserable here. The scenario effect is really not fun for this sort of build, or this sort of character. I mean, whatever. I guess I'm just, doubling down on tanking. I don't know. So, I guess I should still take Skitter just because it's I mean, whatever. I guess realistically it's here. The problem is I just don't think I'll have enough cards to do something otherwise. This does something. Yeah, this basically doesn't do anything. This doesn't do anything. This, I guess the Tide does something. There just aren't enough enemies, but I guess just like I can play some water and heal. Tanking is good. Adding poison is good. This is kind of a necessary card. I do generally like Pool of Power. So, I don't know. I could bring this, but I'm not really that convinced. I guess I should just still bring some attacks to apply poison. Good question, Lord Bulb. So the next stream, will be tomorrow. So this week, especially because I'm going to do a short stream again today, I have to leave like 5:15, so in about 3 hours. So I'm just gonna hope to do one scenario today, and then I will stream tomorrow as well. Hopefully for a full 2 scenarios tomorrow, and then after that maybe on Friday. So yes, the next stream today will be tomorrow, because just short stream again today, and then maybe there will be one on Friday as well. Thanks for stopping by, and no worries. I understand not wanting to see this conclusion yet. Also, but don't hype up this scenario in your mind. That's all I can say. And thank you for the good luck. This scenario is going to be very difficult for my party. Yeah. So basically, I need some attacks to apply poison because I think like activating Rancid Brine and hitting some enemies to apply poison does seem pretty good. I guess this does have a good initiative attached to it as well. And at that point, I might as well still just take Skitter. Also has an acceptable bottom tide. Stacking up a bunch of tides to do... I mean, we can try to do the Master here. There's also, yeah, Cresting Force. So we got some reasons to want to do that. Yeah, all right. All right. All right, all right, all right. All right, so let's set up the picture-in-picture. Looks good. All right. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, so Crashing Tide's goal here is basically going to be to shield and apply poison and heal. Pyros is going to try to do a big quench rage, and Deathwalker is going to do most of the killing. Seems good. All right. Nothing else we really need to do. We need to set up the cameras. No camera. Oh, because I'm in a new version of the mod, huh? Okay, that's fine. So. All right. Also, what are our health bars at? Let's see, yeah, 14. Ah, it looks like they set up correctly. Nice. I guess when I imported. So yeah, you should be at 9 because the armor you picked up, and you should be at 16. Okay. Yeah, that's just the armor. All right. So these 5. I'll figure exact positioning out in a second. The Deathwalker so hard to grab. Okay, so we need to set. Oh yeah, so I have to reset all my cameras. Oof, that's fine. Okay, solo mode, interface. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So. 3, 4, 5. All right. All right. So again, we kind of had our plan mapped out. So Rain of Fire plus kind of just a throwaway card here. Yep. Would honestly still just be Melted Armor. I mean, Melted Armor will be an attack 3, pierce 1 against the enemy with 1 shield, which is not bad. Makes Fire gains an experience. It seems okay. Living Magma seems pretty bad. Fury, I think I'm going to want the healing. Under pressure. Honestly, I think well, I guess a bunch of rocks are about to turn. I mean, a lot of these things are about to turn to rocks. Under pressure could do something. It's also attack 5. Yeah, all right, let's go to Melted Armor here. All right. I mean, I can actually activate it if I want to. I guess we'll see, but I don't think I will want to. All right. So then for you, kind of the standard turn. Chitin and Burrowing Wave. So obviously, I could set up Chaotic Refraction first, since it would actually give me a Retaliate against them, but I would rather have 1 shield for the ranged attacks, rather than have essentially 1 Retaliate against the melee enemies, I think? Yeah. Okay, and so then for you... So the issue we have with setting down all our shadows here is it's going to be much more annoying in the next room, so I kind of don't think I want to do Eclipse here. All the Abyss is pretty bad too, though. Oh, huh. Just not playing Eclipse is so bad. Give me a second, blow my nose. So like I have the option to just sort of do a weird thing, but then don't most of my cards end up sucking? Yeah. I could just do, call plus Fluid Knight into Forceful Spirits with the Dark, but then after that I'm just in a really bad spot. I have 0 shadows and all my stuff relies on having shadows. So, Otherwise, I could swap Black Barrage for Fluid Knight for Black Barrage here as a way to get the shadows to the next room a bit. So much better if I can use Eclipse in the next room, but at the same time my party's going to struggle so much in this room. I don't think I can afford to not play Eclipse. So yeah, that does make me want to just bring Black Barrage in the place of Fluid Knight, just as a way to move shadows towards the next room. That's kind of what we're forced to do at some point here. Alright. So in that case, yeah, we'll just do the standard opener. This plus this. Alright, looks good. Let's go. Ugh. Alright, well, at least that's not attacking. Ranged attacks, huh? -1 move, right? Okay. Alright. Alright. So, August Archer goes first. It's range 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from there, it can just attack the Crashing Tide. Attacks at -1. So attacks Crashing Tide for 4. Okay. So Crashing Tide has Chainmail. We did position correctly for this time, yeah. Okay, so that means that Crashing... Well, except if Pyro moves, but anyway, we'll see. So that means Crashing Tide takes 3 damage, and we make a trap here. Which is both good and bad. Alright, so Pyro's up next. So I could activate Melted Armor here. So no matter what, I'm going to use Rain of Fire. I'm going to gain 1 experience for doing it. Wrong button. So I put that there and there. This is 2 movement and 2 range. It goes there and hits no one, so that seems pretty good. Also, like setting up a line to push from the center isn't bad. So I can move up if I wanted. Doesn't really much. I might as well set up Melted Armor. I think I can avoid getting attacked too much next turn, and it can matter in a couple turns, I guess. It seems like a fair amount of risk for medium reward. Like, what are the actual attacks? I mean, yeah, I will have 2 turns attacking at the end of this rest cycle, right? And +1 attack does matter when all our attacks have -1 disadvantage. So sure, let's go ahead and activate this. All right. So we go here and we activate Melted Armor. So all attacks against this have +1, and we add +1 on our next 3 attacks. Okay, Algox Priest is next. Regardless, it's going to move around this way, I think. Well, hold on. There's the same. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, yeah, it's 1 more. 1, 2, 3 to here. These technically did a damage, but they don't actually deal damage because of the special rules. I assume it doesn't say just from attacks. Yeah, all sources of damage suffered by any monster reduced by 1. It's so weird that they would just nerf wound like that. But okay. Okay, so Crashing Tide's up. So on Crashing Tide, I'm going to go ahead and create Light and Dark by activating Sharp Chitin and Overwhelming Wave. Click. I'm also going to go ahead and use my Stonewall Potion right now to give all 3 of us ward. So good. I love that potion. I think this is one of the most underrated potions in the game. Just being able to ward everyone in the party on turn 1 like this has such a big impact on making first rooms of scenarios easier. Just like removes a lot of risk. Okay, so I'm done. So then the Algox guards go. So this one can only go to here because they have -1 movement, so that doesn't reach anyone. And then this one just goes to here to here. So having them next to each other is good. But similarly, closer to, I mean, I guess it's the archer that I care about pushing into the lava most. So what, if I'm doing like move 1 next turn, plus the boots is 2, plus the jump potion, so 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. And then we have a like an execute path. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, I think that's fine. To just have it down here then. Well, but I guess in the long run, no, because these are all going to get like transformed into obstacles, right? Yeah. Sure. Okay, this seems fine. Okay, and so then this attacks for 4 on Crashing Tide. -1, so 3. So we take 0 damage, and we use, yeah, because we get 1 from Chainmail, 1 from Sharp Chitin, and then the ward blocks the last remaining damage. Okay, and then Deathwalker's up. So Deathwalker makes Dark, which has already been made, and does the Shadow Placing. Okay, so we're going to get to place 1 Shadow in range 2. Just going to be here, and then here, here. I hate placing it down here rather than here, but it is better for just killing these enemies, so sure, do like this. Alright. Also known as creating the death zone. Okay, so I gotta remember just to use these hotkeys. That's lost. Alright. Did we want to use the Eye of Truth? No, I guess we can use that next turn. I want to use the Cap of Premonition right now. Yeah, I probably should use the Cap of Premonition right now. I know that we have the boss later, but when we get to the boss, a lot of times we just want to focus the boss, so it just doesn't matter how much damage our attacks are going to do. We're just going to be attacking the crystal anyway, whereas here, this can matter. So let's go ahead and cap. Ooh, oh, that's the stuff you like to see. Okay, let's see what we got here. God, I love that item. All right, well, I'm just going to click end round to get rid of the initiative tracker. So, I guess technically I should do this before I decide where to place the shadows, right? So if we get a crit on a 6, this will, no. Oh, disadvantage! No, we can never get the crit. Uh, uh, why? Why? I have no way of gaining advantage. Yeah. Alright. Oh, man. So the best I can do is a +2, basically. Yeah. Yeah, there's no reason to draw the -1. So, sure. Next turn, I'm getting a +2 then. So, +2 on what? I mean, my highest attack is going to be 7, so 6, 8. So it puts him to 4, and then I potion him, and he's dead. I'm not sure I want a potion here, but anyway. Alright. Yeah, it doesn't change too much. That's so tragic. So, I'll put that there. Since all my attacks will have disadvantage, I never really want to draw the -2, so, or -1, so we're just going to go like this. Ugh, God, that's so sad. Okay. So, we definitely want to get Rancid Bride up. Ideally, we want to activate Chaotic Refraction as well, and then we just kind of need to move into a better tanking position, essentially. It's just like moving for 3. Would also be nice to poison both of them. Do I have a way to consume Dark on bottom here? No. No, I don't. Could have had them move 3 consume Dark, but... I mean, I guess alternatively, I don't have to set up Chaotic Refraction here. I can go stun one of them. Also seems decent. Then I actually get to apply poison this turn. Oh, oops, I forgot to move this dude, by the way. Which also is gonna make things a little bit weirder. Okay. Let's see what we're going on here. Yeah, I mean, we're doing this and this and trying to go late so that we don't get destroyed by all these monsters. We're definitely going to need to use the our see what the monsters do thing here. going to be quite useful. Okay. So I would really like to do Forceful Spirits top here with Deathwalker, like after the poison. Just do multi-target poison plus the shield is impossible. Why can't I just play 4 cards on Crashing Tide? That's how I always feel, you know? I wish I could just play, like, just get one more card in there. That would be the difference. I could just go use the potion here and then set up Rancid Bright afterwards. I think that's actually fine. So basically, I just activate this, go attack one of them with this, and then just move with a card. Probably should save this. Honestly, I think I'll move a Skitter. That seems fine. Okay. So then here we just need to go after 26, which we can do by doing this plus this. Seems fine. Sure. All right. This all plays. These no immobilizes. I mean, it's fine. At least the Crashing Tide will get immobilized. I think this will be okay. Guards, nothing special. Pyro, yeah, I don't get to see. All right. I don't like this from the Priest either, because, yeah, now they're increasing their chances of doing something disgusting next turn. Also, we're not going to get to know what the Archer's doing next turn. Yeah, this is a bit rough. Okay. Anyway, so Crashing Tide's up first. I'm going to use the bottom Skitter as a default move 3, going 1, 2... I guess I can just stop here, honestly. Staying a bit more central. Well, as if we go down there, we drag him down, right? Yeah, we do. Sure. Seems fine then. Alright, we'll go there. Because I actually would like him to move down so that I have a better path for the Pyro, basically. A more efficient path. Okay, so we move there with the bottom of Skitter, and then we're going to create light and consume the old light, so we're going to gain 1 experience and still have light. Boom. And we're going to go ahead and use the Poison Flask right now to poison both of these enemies, which is pretty nice. And then I'm going to, just do an attack 2 stun on one of them. It doesn't matter which one. I guess we'll hit number 3. So this is still an attack 2 stun with disadvantage. We draw 1 more. Okay, so we do 1 damage, and you are stunned. All right. And we now have Chaotic Refraction active. Okay, looks good. Okay, so the Algax Archer goes, attacks at -1s. This is an attack 4 on Crashing Tide. That's very fortunate. Definitely take that. All right, so we get immobilized, take no damage. Okay, so then the Deathwalker goes. So on the Deathwalker, I'm going to both consume and recreate Dark, gaining 1 experience. I'm going to do a move 3 to here with the bottom of Call of Doom, and then I'm going to use the top of Forceful Spirits to attack both of them. I don't have anything special to use for this. Okay, so these will both be attack 3s with disadvantage, top and then bottom. Oh, I'm wasting my crit on this. No, I guess it's never a crit, it's +2. Yeah, okay. Sure, yeah, top and well, hold on. How does it math out? Let's say we can do an attack. What is our biggest one? So 7 +1 for the poison, 8 -1, 7 with disadvantage. So +2 there. No, so oh yeah, but we can only. I should have attacked this one. I messed up. Anyway, I mean, whatever. Being 1 damage efficient probably doesn't matter that much. Okay, so we'll hit here first. Basically, because I can't actually do the largest attack on this one, only this one, because it only has 3 shadows next to it. This has 4 shadows next to it. But so basically, with the 5 here plus a +0, which on average a disadvantage attack for Deathwalker should be a +0. I have 1 -1 on the deck. But anyway, there's no choice now. Excuse me. Alright, so yep, we'll attack this one first. Oh, I'm getting the -1 here no matter what because I'm doing multi-target. Oh, yeah. So it didn't really matter. Could I have changed this? No, I would always get -1 on 1, and I would always get... I mean, yeah, technically I could have made it worse, but I could never have made it better. Okay, so here and here. Okay, so yes, this was an attack for 3 because of the poison, +2, so 5. And then here, -1, so 2. Okay, so Deathwalker's done. The guards are going to go. So this one loses the stun. This one comes to here. And they both attack the Crashing Tide. So these are attacks for 4. I have 2 shield against these attacks. And still 1 chainmail. So the first one. Okay, so that's going to use the last charge of our chainmail. Alright, so that's 3 shield. We take 1 damage, and he takes 1 damage. So we have 2 retaliate, but only 1 gets through. And then this one attacks, +0. So here we take 2, and he takes 1. Okay. Then the priest goes. So the priest just needs to move to here to hit us. Yep. Rather have him closer to where I'm going to set the Has Train. And attacks at +1. So this is an attack for 4. We have 1 shield for this, so we take 3 damage. Getting pretty beat up there. Sadly, we have no healing potions. What is our remaining small item? Oh no, we have none. Yeah, definitely would like a healing potion on that character. Anyway, Pyro's up now. So, on Pyro, again, I'm going to use my boot. I guess I also have this to create Has Train, huh? I'm going to use the Swiftness. Oh, wait. No. First things first. I'm going to use the Eye of Truth to see what the monsters are doing next turn. Obviously not them, but them. This does matter a lot. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, that's good to know. All right. Sure. Sadly, I can't know what the archers are going to do, but I can beat 29 anyway. So, I'm going to use the Swiftness Potion and my boots here. This is going to add 4 movement and jump to my move ability here, which is 1, so this is 5. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here, because it's each empty hex, right? Oh no, featureless hex. Okay, sure. So 1, 2, so this would place 5 terrain? Okay, sure. So in that case, the first thing I'm going to do, actually, yeah, I just transform this. Does 1 direct damage? Does that 1 direct damage matter? Not really, and Has Train here is probably more valuable than Has Train here. So basically next turn, let's take a look at the cards. Next turn we'll Quench Rage the Archer. So this will be push 3. Oh no, because we're only going to get 3, right? Yeah. And then we double the damage inflicted by any Hazardous Train the target moves through, regardless of your line of sight. Replace those Hazardous Trains with obstacles. So with 3 push, this will deal 3 damage per push, so it deals 9 damage. Yeah, so normally this should kill, but because of the stereo effect, it does not. Okay, so that means I do need the 1 extra damage. Okay. Okay. So we get rid of this, and we create this right here. This gives us an experience, generates Earth, and does 1 direct damage here. Then we do our move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here, which creates hazardous terrain in all of these hexes. Okay. And this is still here. All right. And that is our turn. Okay. So. This is our fastest initiative. We don't need to move a bunch, so we can just use these cards. Wounding, again, does nothing, so no reason. I mean, I know my attack does have +1, but also disadvantage. This will do 1 direct damage. I guess... So if I attack for 3, it does 2 damage. I mean, Hand of Flame is better. But Hand of Flame is also just a much better top. This is a useless card otherwise. I'd rather keep Hand of Flame to actually be able to attack afterwards. So no, let's not do that. Okay. So, Deathwalker in. If you were to attack this one, how likely would you kill it? So we would have 3, plus 3 is 6. Plus 1 for the poison, 7, -1, 6. Yeah, not really. Alright, so we're just going to have to go kill that Algox guard. For that one, can we probably use Strength of the Abyss? No, Strength of the Abyss is base 5, which just stays at 5. No, sure I cannot. Okay, so we are going to do Ritual Sacrifice. I can do Lingering Rot to move there to poison this guard. It seems okay to do. Don't have a lot else that I need to do this turn when I move. Otherwise I could use Wave of Anguish, but I'm kind of like the current position for the shadows is pretty good. The advantage of that is going here so I don't get hit. Being said, I could take a hit. Hell no, because I'm also then not standing in a shadow when I get attacked. I don't really like that very much. So I can't move this turn anyway. So this is a good opportunity to just like do this and this. I don't actually have innate poison on my attacks yet, but I guess if you apply poison there, maybe I don't even need Rancid Brine at that point. Could also just use Rancid Brine to poison something at some point. Okay, this seems fine. So what is my top action at that point? I mean, maybe it still should just be Rancid Brine to help build up for this. Will I ever be able to get the mastery here? Probably not. If I were to play... I mean, I still want to play Pool of Power as well, but I really need the extra shield here, I think. That seems pretty good. Maybe I do just do that. Shield, set up this tide, activate this. Sure, something like that seems fine. I mean, this seems so useless to activate here. I mean, not really. We are attacking twice still. It's adding 2 poison, kind of. Although one of the poison we can just get for free here. So it is debatable how useful that poison is. I mean, what else could I do here that would really be that effective as a top action, though, is the thing. I mean, the other option is I just don't activate the bottom tide this turn. And instead, I could do Mighty Claw's top with Rancid Brine. Just do a bit more damage. That seems so low value. Let's just do this. I think this is fine. And then after that, we're looking at like move 3 to hit someone, and then do this and hit someone. Sure, let's just give this. No, because I need to have a non-move turn as well. Still, use it to play Pool of Power bottom if I want to have a chance at. Anyway, we'll see. At getting the mastery. Moral of the story is I'm gonna have a ton of shield this turn, so I definitely want to be attacked by them, not the Deathwalker. Means I don't want to do that with the Deathwalker. So since I just need to move a small amount, I probably should just use this for a little bit of free shadow movement. All right, let's go. So we knew what they were doing, and the Onyx Archer is not doing anything particularly early, although is doing something particularly powerful, which can be a bit of a problem. Okay. Anyway, so the Deathwalker's up first. I'm going to do Wave of Anguish, so I move 2, and then I move all my shadows 1. So I no longer need to have all my shadows in the same hexes as the enemy, like, yeah, currently. How many do I need here to kill on a +0? So this is an attack for 3, +4 currently, +1 for the poison, so 8 currently, but -1, 7, and the disadvantage. So basically I can afford to have 1 less shadow near him. I also wouldn't mind having a shadow underneath me because the archer is going to attack me this turn. So I think I will move the shadow here. So what happens if I flip the -1 with disadvantage here? I mean, 18 modifiers and 2 flips, it's so unlikely. But it is pretty bad if it happens. I also kind of still need these shadows down here to mess with these enemies anyway. I guess if anything, the best thing to do would just be to like move the shadow to here. Because now both these are adjacent to this and this. Alright, yeah, I guess that's just what I'm doing. Sure. And at least now I'm protected against the -1. Okay, so we attack with Ritual Sacrifice here for a bazillion damage. Yeah, that very easily kills. Okay, so then Crashing Tide goes. So Crashing Tide, I'm going to use the bottom of Undertow, heal for 1. I'm going to remake Dark, activating the bottom of Cleansing Swell. I'm going to remake Light, activating the top of Rancid Brine. Active. Right. Alright. Pyro's up next. So on Pyro, I'm going to use the top of Quenched Rage. So I'm going to gain 1 experience, consuming the earth. And do a push 3, where I double the damage inflicted by any hazardous terrain the target moves through. Wait, move through. Is this going to be worse than I thought it was? I should check the FAQ for this. I guess so, though, because, yeah. Oh, that's so weird, though, right? I feel like maybe this is just... The wording is slightly incorrect, but maybe not. Otherwise, there's this little weird thing that's going to happen here. Let's check the FAQ, though. Yeah, okay, that's correct. That's a little bit weird, but that's I mean that is correct. So basically, what's going to happen here? All right, I'm going to push him 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. So this and this are going to get transformed into rocks, but not this, and obviously not this. Which, yeah, it's a little bit weird how that's going to work, but okay. Like it's weird how both the start and the end are kind of unaffected by this ability. Like why the end is unaffected makes some sense, because you can't put a rock there, obviously. But like the fact that this damage isn't doubled and this doesn't turn into a rock is like kind of inconsistency on both ends, is basically. But anyway, okay, so that means he takes that's a lot less damage than I'd hoped to do. But whatever. You're never getting back together. Yeah. No kidding. Oh, is that also a Taylor Swift song, by the way? Is the challenge still running? Anyway, so what that would be is 3 damage, and 1 damage. So 7 total damage. Putting him to 4. Okay. And we have successfully completed Prepper, because this is round 3, and we have performed no attacks. Ah, nice. Oh yeah, there was also a reason not to do... Oh, whoops. Sorry. Before I did that, I wanted to use the Bottom of Living Magma, pretty much just to go like this, and do 1 extra damage to him. It's really impressive when Hazardous Terrain does 1 damage. This is really something. I guess I could move 1 away from the priest, but there's not a lot to... Like, would I rather be here? I think being here is probably fine. Okay, sure. Yeah, sorry. So there's no new information at this point. So yeah, I just move in place, use Living Magma, 1 damage to him before he gets moved away. Yeah, I don't know. Someday Pyro will get to play in a scenario where they feel effective, but that is not today. All right. So the Ox guards go. So they're going to attack Crashing Tide for 3. Crashing Tide actually has 3 shield against them here. So here we go. 4 and 4. All right, impressive. So they each take 1, and the Crashing Tide takes 1 from each attack. So we have 2 instances of shield, plus 1 for the shield for the round, but their attacks were at -1, but they put plus 1s. Okay. So then the Alex Archer is going to attack Deathwalker. This is a scary attack. Fortunately, we have Ward. So this is going to be an attack for 6, but with disadvantage. Not the most impressive disadvantage. All right. So Ward blocks 3 damage. We take 3. The Alex Priest is going to go. Can't heal anything, but adds a Bless into the monster attack modifier deck. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to use this for initiative. Unfortunately, my initiative isn't going to beat Archer's 16 or 14, which is, I think, 1 out of 3 here. Yeah, I don't have a hotkey for this. No, they flip 1 card. Okay, so 2 out of 7. But yeah, and then normally we can just kill it with Strength of the Abyss. Okay. So on Pyro. So if I had moved to here, then this would be here. That still wouldn't count for the thing. Yeah, there's not really any. The only one we can is that one, but reaching there not so easy. I guess I could Deep Fury, but no, it doesn't work either. We don't have a particularly impressive turn here. Unfortunately. Right. CT is no longer immobilized. I think if anything, I would like to activate Pool of Power and just attack with Cresting Force. So I would really like to get Pool of Power up when going for the Mastery, and I get bonus healing from it, and then we can do something with these cards afterwards. Yeah, so Pyro is the one who has a bit of an issue here. I think I'm going to play these two cards regardless, and we'll see. We've got some options depending on what the monsters do. Oh. Yeah, it's a series of bad flips there. Okay. We have no initiative manipulation, so this is just... It is what it is. Alright, so the priest is going to step back to here. Mobilize. Oh, yep. It's going to make an attack 3 mobilize on Pyro. -1. Still actually a 3 because of our persistent, and we get immobilized. Okay. Then the archer is going to go. This is going to hurt. This is going to attack Deathwalker for 4 with disadvantage. Come on, a little miss here. 3 disadvantage, making a big difference there though. Okay, so then Deathwalker's up. Guards are doing bonus attack as well. So I mean, my battle goal is to pitch a card, so I could always just like go here, kill one of the guards, or I mean, help to kill a guard, and then pitch a card. Basically, I was thinking about doing that anyway. Well, I was thinking about having the Deathwalker come help out killing here, with the Pyro coming over and killing the Archer. But now the Pyro's immobilized, that's actually not possible. The Pyro's attack is just going to be on the Priest or this guard here. So the reason to kill a guard here is the guards haven't attacked yet, whereas the Archer has. The downside is I will struggle next turn to kill the Archer, I think, as well. And I also still can't beat its 14. I don't love this situation. I really wish I had a healing potion on a Crashing Tide. These are attack 5s, we have 2 shields, so we do end up having to pitch a card on Crashing Tide here if we don't kill one of the guards. I think I just have to play around having a slightly better outcome against the Archer next turn. I would rather pitch a card on Deathwalker since I need to do that anyway. A little bit weird though, right? I mean, alright, so I do want to pitch a card on Deathwalker because I have the battle goal for it, and I would like to get checkmark, so I guess I need to do it anyway. But I can always do it in the second room, and Deathwalker is just the most valuable character in our party for this scenario, whereas Crashing Tide is so much less valuable, especially moving forward. So, does it really matter that much to pitch a card on Crashing Tide? I actually think it doesn't. I think pitching a card on Crashing Tide is actually just fine, and also they can always miss. So no, yeah, I take that back. There's just no reason to expose a Deathwalker card. They're much more valuable here. Alright, so yeah. Just going to use Restless Spirits to move to here. And then I'm going to attack this with Strength of the Abyss. With disadvantage. Alright, -1's fine. That kills. So this was an attack for 5. -1 is 3. Exactly enough to kill. Okay. And Pyro's up. So, unfortunately, Hand of Flame doing absolutely nothing. The best I can do is just Lava Bomb something here. Create Fire. I don't know where I'm even going next turn. I'm just going to be stuck with 2 movement and not really the ability to do anything meaningful. I guess it's still probably better to have the Hazardous Terrain over here than have it back here where I don't think I'm ever going. But the attack is just so much less valuable here. Because the shield. Yeah, no. Let's attack the Priest. Alright, so this is an attack 3, but -1 because of the snare effect, so an attack 2 with disadvantage. Okay, so that does 1 whole damage. It does create Hazardous Terrain. Here. And we do nothing with the bottom action. Yeah, the mobilize this turn and the Archer going before us. Both were really costly. Alright. So, CT's up. I'm going to remake Dark, activating the bottom of Pool of Power. Not like I could do something else here anyway. I have no more active spots, but there we go. Yeah, and then I have 1 experience. I'm going to attack this one down here because I think I can give it the old hook. So I have 6 tides, plus poison, plus snare effects, so this is just an attack 6 with disadvantage. Okay, so that's 6. Putting it to 2, and I will go ahead and give it the hook. So it's baned, which will deal 9 damage to it. All right. Fortunately, it still gets a turn. Really would love to see a miss from one of these here. The Bane's actually going to do 1 total damage to it, which is hilarious, but yeah. Okay, so this will attack Crushing Tide. +2. Alright, I should just pitch to this, right? Yeah. Because this is already, I mean, actually, I have, no, I guess I don't have to, but I should. Because this is an attack for 7, and we have 2 shield, so we would take 5. Yeah, let's just go ahead and pitch to this. Oops. Pretty easy crush armor. Alright. And then here, -1. Okay. So -1 makes this a 4. I have 2 shield against melee attacks, so I take 2 and deal 1 back with Retaliate. This one took 1 from Retaliate as well, and then dies to the Bane. Alright. So, yeah, I will successfully mastery this round, at least. I mean, this rest cycle. So I'll definitely long rest here on CT. Okay, so Deathwalker, you do have Dark. The problem is that I don't really want to be using this top. If anything, I would rather use the bottom to move things a bit, or otherwise apply Poison here with the other bottom. Poison would be pretty good. But I also don't want to get attacked, right? So I guess that's an argument for... Also, I guess Experience is pretty nice, right? So I could just do this later. I hope this is fine. Basically, this will allow me to move up and poison him if he goes before me. And if he goes after me, then I'll just not move up. But this... So I do get 1 less attack by doing this, rather than Shadow Step. But I get an experience, and I do really want experience on Melee Deathwalker. I really need to get to level 5 to turn this class on. I don't know, though. I mean, how much does 1 attack matter here? I don't think it matters that much, to be honest. Well, it probably does matter a bit. Okay, so you are no longer immobilized, but you don't really have any meaningful cards that do anything here. You're just going to play our cards. I don't think it makes sense to do anything otherwise. After this, I'll be long resting. Crushing Tide will have to kill him. I don't know. I don't know that 1 damage is... it's difficult to foresee whether 1 damage would be the breakpoint or not. Also, yeah, the other problem is if I did that, then I would be forced to end next to him, which I don't necessarily want if he were to do like a 70, although I think that's not actually possible here because they just flipped it, but still. This is doing a disarm? No, ugh, much worse. God damn, this priest's really getting me. Alright. Just cycling through all the bad cards. Okay, so the priest goes first. This is going to be attack 2, attack 2. So first on Pyro. We don't have any defensive items to use or anything like that. No. So I still have the crystal to use, actually. That's interesting. I should probably use that. Anyway, so I take 2 damage and a curse. And then on CT, so CT has 2 shield here, 1 from long resting, 1 from sharp chitin. Really? Really? Okay. Come on. I mean, it was so unlikely we get attacked in the first place, and then on top of that, it's flipping a +2 on us? And crit, like, we have crit protection. Oh my god. Yeah, alright, this is pretty bad. Oh wait, hold, no, yeah, this was an attack for 4, yeah, because -1 base and then +2. Yeah, okay. Rough. Alright. So again, I consider this... So the Freezing Crystal would let me start doing bit sooner things. I don't know, but here, this would at least allow me to go hit with Deep Fury. But yeah, no, I think I need to be working on killing here. Oh, but I can't actually... Hold on. Let me read this. Okay, never mind. All right. So I'm going to use the bottom of Under Pressure to move 2 to here. Then I'm going to use the Freezing Crystal. So during your turn, create 1 hex hazardous icy terrain, hazardous terrain, icy terrain, or water tile, and an adjacent featureless hex. The hex I am in is adjacent, so I will go ahead and... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Create that here. Because I can't do that in the middle of the ability, but since my hex is adjacent, this actually does work. And then I'll use Deep Fury, gaining 1 experience, and this will allow me to perform an attack 4, which actually is a 4. Oh yeah, sorry, we should have actually already ticked this down 1. Oh, oops, we should have taken 1 extra damage there. Sorry about this. I remembered it the first time when I had ward, but I forgot it there. Okay. So this is actually an attack 4 because of that, with the Fury, so with disadvantage, come on. Whew, okay. So 5 minus 1 for the shield, so 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, we'll heal for 2. And we will push you 2 hexes, sending you over here, using this trap, which does 2 more damage. Okay, that was nice. Alright, guard, please. So the guard is going to attack Crashing Tide. You've got to be kidding me, right? Like, come on. Really? It's exactly enough, by the way. So these were the only sequence of draws that were possible to actually lead to Crashing Tide pitching a card. This had to be multi-target, and they had to flip a +1 and a +2. So because I actually have 3 shield against this card this turn, 2 from my persistence, 1 from long resting. That's 3, and this is making a base attack of 4. So like, yeah, normally, I mean, it's wild, right? I was at 4 life, resting with 3 shield against an attack 4 next to me, and somehow I still managed to have to pitch a card from 6 life. Yeah, that's pretty costly. That is pretty costly. Again, Crashing Tide not an extremely significant class for this scenario, so hopefully Deathwalker can be enough to get us there, but I don't know. Losing 2 cards like this is pretty rough. Okay. And the guard strengthens itself. Ooh. So, so if I were to attack that, it's an attack 2 with disadvantage. It's not very likely to kill. I have to get 2 +1s. But it'd be so much better if that's dead. Alright, let's take a look at what we've already flipped. So we have already flipped 2 +1s. We still have a number left in our deck, but we've got a lot of zeros. Yeah, I mean, 0 is definitely predominant. And if we attack that and get a 0, it's just so bad. I guess I can also just flask this if I want to. Yeah, let's just attack the guard. Okay, so we'll consume the dark, gain 1 experience, and use the top of Black Barrage to attack the guard for 2 disadvantage. Alright, happy with my choice. Permanent disadvantage is a really brutal scenario effect, by the way. Okay, so then I'm going to move to here. Did I make a mistake? No. I thought there might have been a -2 there, but I think it was just a -1. Gotta remember the -2 is a crit. I don't think I've drawn it, though. Anyway, so this goes here and poisons, and honestly, yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and pop this flask right now. Because a lot of my allies want to be long resting and stuff, so. And kill the priest. Alright. And we get a loot. Which is... neat. The sticker actually correctly, like, in the migration, it did the thing. That's cool. I appreciate that. Alright, and then we get a long rest on Crashing Tide. Man, can't believe I had to lose 2 cards in this class. That's so brutal. Alright, this goes like this. This goes like this. We have 6 tides active, so we heal for 8 on our long rest. Oh, God, I love this class. Again, this scenario is pretty brutal for Crashing Tide, but whatever, I still love this class. And yes, so the master we're trying to accomplish is at the start of each of your rests, have more active tides than cards in your discard pile. My discard pile has 4 cards, I have 6 active tides. You have to keep a tide active here. It's an interesting question whether we actually want that to be Overwhelming Wave. I guess it just allows me to like triple tide up pretty quickly here. So sure, yeah, I'll still have it be Overwhelming Wave. Because like obviously this is having a stamina cost, but I never plan on losing any more cards. So I guess it's fine, and it's just a 2-room scenario. Alright. I have to choose a card to lose here. What this. I guess. I mean, Skitter's fine once we start hitting the thing. I guess honestly, maybe smashing Torrent. I don't have any elements here. I don't know that I'm gonna need the stun. Alright, yeah, sure. Smashing Torrent can go. Okay, so we just want to like tide sort of thing here. We could just do these 2 things here. What really sucks here, though, is using top tide. Like, it's easy to play top tides while we move towards the next room after this, or while we run around collecting loot, whereas bottom tides are so much harder to play. But the top tides are also the things we just kind of want against him right now, you know? Otherwise, is there a world in which a kill? No, I mean, this is push 2, but this doesn't really do enough damage. 1 damage there, and the attack does 1 damage. Thick. I think I may just stand still anyway and try to use this to loot next turn. I guess getting 2 tides up makes it easy for us to kill with Skitter, which is not a bad thing. Doing like a bottom tide as well, instead of doing Undertow. Sure, something like that. And the next turn we like try to kill with Skitter and use Cresting Force bottom to loot. As well as, yeah, I guess maybe move towards the next room or set up another tide. So then the real question is, would I rather have Pool of Power active? Yeah, I would rather have Pool of Power active. When we go into the next room, it would be nice to have Overwhelming Wave already ready to go. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be long rest, long rest. Here we go. Okay, that's fine. I kind of wanted him to die near, so it's a bit annoying that, but anyway. Oh yeah, this also won't even work then. I guess that changes the plans a bit then, huh? Sure. So in that case, I'm just going to do Tide Tide. So I'm going to make light and dark here, activating Sharp Chitin and Pool of Power. Active. And then I'm just going to move in place and just use the bottom of Chaotic Refraction to do a loot 1. Because Chaotic Refraction won't give me shield against him here anyway, and this just gives me an opportunity to pick up this loot. And then I can use that top to attack later on Cresting Force. Okay, 2 loot. What is it? Yeah, metal and a lumber, sure. All right, so the guard steps back to here, attacks for 4 with advantage. Okay, very nice to get the bless out here, actually, since we have the helmet. So this is just a 4. Means we take 2 damage, because we have 1 from Sharp Chitin and 1 from Chainmail. Okay, this is gone, take 2. And we get double long rest. Do we have anything to use on long rest? We don't really have much in the way of spent items, do we? No, just these boots. Okay. What is a card that I don't really care much about in Deathwalker? I still really want Black Barrage to move the Shadows towards the next room. I'm wondering if it's maybe just Lingering Rot, since in the next room our goals... I don't know how many ads there will be, and if there are a number of ads, we probably want to try to kill them first. I mean, it depends, but I don't know, maybe we'll just rush the thing. Regardless, we have other ways to apply poison. I guess Forceful Spirits is not super impressive either. Maybe Forceful Spirits should just go, like, multi-target with the scenario effect is just so rough. I don't really care that much about teleporting. Like, I actually move myself on a melee Deathwalker, so... Okay, that seems fine. So, pretty easy choice here for what to cut. I think it's usually just going to be Quench Rage. Oh no, Quench Rage bottom actually is the thing that I want to be doing now. Setting up for fighting the boss. So, what does not matter? Cooling does not really matter. I mean, when we're actually sitting next to the thing punching it, it's a way to do like self-healing on bottom. We have a lot of bottoms. I know it could be Living Magma. The nice thing about Living Magma is it helps to get to Quench Rage faster. Just activate Living Magma and it chucks through Quench Rage. I can even just do that here, right? From here. Oh wait, I removed the wrong thing on him. Yeah, I actually like that. So I want to keep Living Magma. Honestly, it could even just be Igneous Path. It does allow me a convenient way to set down Hazardous Terrain next to the boss, basically, to benefit for Deep Fury. Which, yeah, you know, attack 4, heal 2 self is pretty good. Like Melted Armor. So yeah, it kind of just like comes down to cooling versus Igneous. I think we can just get rid of cooling, maybe. I don't know how much healing I'll personally need. At some point, I can just be pitching cards and stuff. I mean, self-healing is pretty nice. Same time, the boss also pushes, so I think, right? yeah, half the time the boss is going to push, which means we're going to have to move back. So we really have to limit the number of non-move bottoms we want. And already we're looking to try to use Melted Armor and Quenched Rage. So I think adding a third non-move bottom might be a bit much. Even though, again, when we're sitting next to the boss hitting, and again, I think there's an argument it could just be Igneous Path. This could also just get the hazardous, or sorry, this could get the hazardous right next to the boss, but also this lets us move. I don't know. I think it's close. I think it's fine to lose Quenched Rage, or Ghouling. But I think it would also be reasonable to lose Igneous Path, or sorry, yeah, Igneous Path here. Okay, so I'm going to activate this here and attack with Living Magma. Just start working through Quench Rage to try to have it ready for when we get to the next room. Okay, so Deathwalker really wants to start moving the shadows towards the next room. So what does this look like, basically? So how much can I already attack for here? Here I can attack this for lethal, normally. With this. So what if we do that, and then we can just go, like, grab the loot. Just, like, ghost up there. Did I actually may still want the Shadow Teleport in the end. Yeah, let's get rid of Lingering Rot. Let's get rid of Lingering Rot. Because I actually think I will want the Shadow Teleport from how this is going to work out. Okay. Okay. So CT basically, okay, so Deathwalker makes what, an attack 6 plus 1 for the poison 7, so 6. Yeah, attack 6 with disadvantage. We've already drawn the -1. Obviously we can miss. Hopefully we don't. So CT kind of wants to go pick up the loot, I guess. There's just the one loot. Like Deathwalker goes to this one, CT goes to that one, basically. Mm-hmm. Let's just use this for initiative for movement then. And I suppose it would be good to play. It'd be good to play a Tide here, or like a card that could be a Tide, because then if Deathwalker kills, which normally they should, and I mean 1 out of 6 times they fail to kill. I mean, how much does Cresting Force even do? We have 3 Tides up, so this is just an attack 3. It's not very impressive. I mean, I guess attack 3 is enough to. All right, let's just play Cresting Force here. We can set up a Tide while we move to the next room. Oh, I guess we have both elements for Skitter, and he is poisoned. Which movement do I need? Do need 2 movement, however. Hmm. I don't know. I mean, I guess this does as much as that, but at the same time, Skitter can help us move towards the next room next turn. It's not like I'm actually going to set up a Tide next turn. Well, if I'm going for the Mastery, I will want to, right, is the thing? How many Tides would I have to set up? So let's see, this goes to my discard. This is already in my discard. I have 3. So, we have 4 cards here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, because we have 3 cards lost. So with 9 cards, we need to have 5 Tides active, which is pretty impossible here, actually. I mean, I guess if we, like, double Tide, then we're not advancing towards the next room at all. That's fine. I would like to try to get the Mastery. Perks are nice. I mean, this is a way to double Tide and then still move it. Alright, sure, yeah, in that case, let's play Skitter. Okay. The guards have not flipped to 15 yet. That's funny. Anyway, alright, so Deathwalker's up first. We're going to use the top Ritual Sacrifice with disadvantage. Naturally. Oh yeah, this is really bad too, because now I can't go grab the loot. Because I don't have enough movement to make it there. Alright, well. It's so wild. Alright. So, yeah, I mean, this was a 100% if it didn't miss. The scenario effect is extremely brutal. I mean, the scenario special rule is not a scenario effect, but yeah. Alright, so that deals no damage. My attack 6. Oh, 6 health enemy. CT's up next. So yeah, I'm going to... So I can't get any loot either. So I'm going to put myself in a position to loot both next turn, I guess. Which is, yeah, pretty tragic because it means I'm not moving at all, but whatever. I'm going to go there with the bottom of Undertow, and then I'm going to use the top of Skitter, consuming both of these, gaining 2 experience. So attack. These are both attack 2s because of the poison with disadvantage. 0 damage. Oh my god, we're not even going to kill the stupid enemy. That's so wild. Alright. Need to get +1 with disadvantage here. Yeah, other order and it would have actually done it. Because then we could hook him, right? God, that's so wild. So we did a total combined attack value here on this 6 health enemy of 10, right? Yeah, because it was 6. Yeah, +1, yeah, 6. Yeah, 10. We did 10 combined attack, and we could Bane if the enemy was at 3 or less health, and they ended at 4 health, not being able to be baned. I guess Pyro still yeah, but unfortunately Pyro goes after, so the Bane thing still doesn't work. Wild. Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Okay. Sure. Is what it is. Okay, so I'm going to activate Quenched Rage on Pyro. So on my next 3 attacks, I add -1 attack, then I double the value of the following attack. And then I'm going to play the top of Living Magma. So I make Fire, and now at the start of my next 2 turns, I make a Pierce Wound attack. I will put Wound on him technically, but it doesn't matter. I make Fire. So let's go back down here. So this is active. This goes here. This will advance this one. So this is an attack at -2 with disadvantage on what should actually be an attack 2. So this is attack 0 with disadvantage. Nice crit. Would have liked to get a curse out here. But anyway, is what it is. We are done. The guard goes, takes none from his wound, and attacks the Crashing Tide for 4. -1 is 3. So we take 1, and we move forward the chainmail by 1. Really need this enemy to die. Alright. Alright. So, unfortunately, this goes after the 15s, which is a bit annoying, but it's what it is. I'm going to do this and move all my shadows. For you, it would be nice to attack, just to advance the thing a bit. For that, I would need to move back a little bit. But I would also have to go before the Deathwalker. I could do that, just default move to there. Do I really want to be using this here? I mean, getting the double damage sooner does seem good. Yeah, then we just have the double damage ready when we get into the next room. Yeah, okay. Okay, and for you, there's just no reason not to play 3 cards. It's the 15. Oh, it's the poison attack too. This is, yeah, whatever, you know. This is Gloomhaven. It's Gloomhaven. Amazing. That's so bad. This is, yeah. Yeah. Yep. All, I mean, you know, yeah. Okay. So at least the other one would have been fine, right? This is just such a disaster. Yeah, on already what was going to be a very difficult scenario for our party, we've gotten some extremely bad draws in a row here, which is just, yeah. Okay, so he's going to attack the Crashing Tide for 4. -1, so we once again take 1 damage, but unfortunately now we're poisoned, which is going to block our giant heal. A bit of a problem. I guess I probably just won't activate this. I mean, it'll eventually heal me for 2 at this point. Maybe 2 healing is still valuable. Tough to say. And he gains an additional shield. Wound not affecting enemies. I mean, I don't know. This scenario effects. Whatever. Whatever. Alright, so first Living Magma attacks. We draw with disadvantage. Like so. Does nothing. Remakes fire. I guess technically I can do this for an experience. Again, I don't really want experience, but I suppose there's no harm in having more house terrain over here. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I don't want experience on Power Class. This is fine. Okay, so I'll just do a default move to there, and I will use the top of Lava Bomb to attack this guard. Disadvantage. Okay. So how much is this? So this is base. We have -2. So this is a base attack 2, but we have -2. Oh, yeah, no, it's none because it's a shield. Okay. Impressive. We could put a Has terrain under him. I mean, I guess there's no reason not to just move this one down there, just in case. You never know. Since apparently this enemy is impossible to kill. Okay. Okay. Sure. So then Deathwalker's up. So on Deathwalker, I mean, can we just kill a stupid enemy? I mean, it's not even really possible here, to be honest. The disadvantage, permanent disadvantage. Just at least I know how monsters felt playing Gloomhaven 1 against certain characters. So we're going to move here with Shadow Step on attack. Okay. So this is just an attack 3. So that does 2 damage. And then I'm going to move all my shadows up to 2x's. There we go. You were here, right? Yeah. Alright, so CT's up. I really need to get this loot. But I can't really do that. I mean, I can just Bane him. Like, I get 100% Bane him, right? Let's see how much that does. So, yeah, because I'm poisoned, Pool of Power, since it's the start of the rest, will unfortunately get blocked. So no matter how big I make this, it's not very impressive. But, I mean, it is still heal 2, essentially, just like a bottom heal 2 here. This doesn't really do anything except to, yeah, I mean, this is for the mastery, right? I have to play if I want the mastery. I don't even know if we're going to win at this point, but sure. So I guess I activate these 2, and honestly, it's probably better to attack him with Cresting Force, so sure. I'll activate these 2 tides. Making light and dark. I will gain 1 experience, and I will attack with Cresting Force for what should be lethal. Finally! How impressive. Alright. So... Oh, sorry, this should have gone to here, by the way. Yeah, I mean, this is just going to go away. I will keep this active. I know I'll actually lose a turn because of it, but obviously starting off with a double damage in the next room. Because, I mean, there's no world in which we're going to not have to rest, I think, before we go in again. Just it's so hard to kill that, and Crashing Tide's all the way back here. Can I afford to short rest on Crashing Tide? No, I should just be long resting. I need the healing, and just, I mean, essentially long resting here gives me a pretty big heal. And I have Pool of Power active, so I can still catch up pretty quickly. So I have no... I guess I can move my shadows a bit. So realistically, what I want to do here... I mean, I have a bunch of bottoms that I actually want to do, because I want to move a shadow, I want to create a shadow, and I want to teleport forward. I guess I could wait to teleport forward. Just, like, I can move the shadows, yeah. Sure, I just, like, keep this in my hand. So... if I create a shadow here... I mean, the problem is if I don't teleport forward, the shadow I'm creating back here is so useless. Otherwise, I just teleport forward. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Alright, so I'm just going to teleport forward and kind of do nothing with my top action here. And so you... what can you even do here? Am I full life? Yeah, I am. So it's not like I can move and heal myself. Really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, ultimately, I'm just going to have a bunch of wasted turns here. Which is fine. Just play like these cards. So I'm kind of wondering if I should just go back to pick up this loot. The problem is I'm also... like, I mean, I have my one big move, and that's it. So... this would free up 1 bottom action for Crashing Tide. I don't think that's really worth it. Okay, here we go. So Deathwalker's up. On Deathwalker, I'm just going to teleport to a hex containing or adjacent to a shadow. I'm going to teleport to here. Okay, Pyroclast is just going to move to here. And Crashing Tide gets a long rest, which heals us for 2. Because Pool of Power, or sorry, Cleansing Swell removes the poison with the heal 5, and then our heal 2 from our long rest. Heals us. I should probably still keep 3 cards up. Oh, we'll do this. I really don't care about this anymore. Go off the poison plan. Pitching 2 cards in CT is so brutal in the first rest cycle. Okay, so we do this to grab the loot. We can... I can just play tides, top tides the turn I go in, so I'd rather just like maybe move here with these, and I think just like use this to top, and then yeah, move the bottom here. Yeah, I don't know how realistic playing Pool of Power is going to be again. Well, I mean, whatever. I don't need Undertow anyway. All right. This looks fine. So then we're going to just do this to create a shadow up here and play a card. And for you, I can actually activate Melted Armor here and play this. Okay. So CT's up first. I'm going to use the bottom of Cleansing Forest as a loot 1. And then I'm going to do a move 1 and a move 3. Move 1, 1, 2, 3 to here. All right. So we get 2 loot. Hide. We're looking for money, the special coin, and the random item. Okay, Deathwalker is just going to create a shadow here and do nothing else. And Pyro is going to activate Melted Armor. Oops, now I want to go here. Okay. So the real question is, should we be long resting on other characters here? I think that's fine. It's going to be really annoying for CT, but CT, like I said, isn't going to be great here no matter what. So yeah, I think we will long rest, long rest. So in that case, I mean, basically what we want to do with CT is we just want to like move up to here this turn, and then next turn move in. Yeah, which means we're not, unfortunately, going to get to play any of these good bottom tides, but that's kind of where we're at this point. We're just going to be using these to move. And then, yeah, basically next turn we'll go in. Yeah, these shadows are just not going to be nearly far enough in. It's a problem. All right. CT's just going to be missing too much health. I guess there's another version where we just rest again on the CT. Pyro just, it costs Pyro too much, though. I mean, Pyro's so useless, though, but still. Yeah, because Deathwalker's just going to have an issue here. Just can't move the shadows very much. Anyway, okay, I move here with CT, and I activate Sharp Kitten. We have... Yes, I would rather have played this to move. So there's a world in which I do need to play 2 tides. Because, yeah, I won't get the mastery if I move in, right? I have to play 2 tides here to keep on track for the mastery. Oh, wait, no, I can't no matter what here. I'm just going to fail it. Usually I went on my way for that, and in the end, it's not going to matter, because I have to have more, right? Yeah. Unless I played 3 cards there, and then I go for a long rest? And this is all open information at this point. So I just play Pool of Power there, and then I will... Oh, yeah, this should be refreshed, by the way. No, I'm going to play... there's just no way, right? Because let's say I play 1 additional card there. This still goes into my discard. Yeah, I still only have 3 tides active. Yeah, so this is an auto fail if I wanted to move, but I have to move. Okay, yeah, so I'm just not succeeding the mastery at this point. That sucks a little bit because it cost myself a bit to try to get the mastery, but yeah. Just moving, like being stuck back there for so long really just ruined it. Okay. The guard flips basically. Okay. So I have to choose a card to lose here. At this point, I don't think I need the teleport to a shadow anymore. I have no idea how realistic of a chance I have of winning this scenario at this point. Seems pretty rough. Okay, so you have one card lost. So we're gonna lose another card, so we can actually keep 2 cards active then, right? Alright, so we're gonna choose to lose Living Magma, I think, for sure here. No, we can keep 1 card active, right? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we'll just keep Quenched Rage active on its last slot. You're not required to dismiss Persistence on this class, are you? Yeah. Okay. So do I not care about anymore? I mean, I guess at this point it should just be Igneous Path. Okay. Oh wait, no. What am I doing? I just lost that card. No, never mind. So I can keep 1 more card active. I thought so. Sure, I did that right. Alright, so in that case I can keep Melted Armor also active. And then yeah, I lost that to the rest. Is this correct? Oh yeah, because I played a loss there. Yeah, yep, this is correct. TT really struggling here. God, these flips were just so bad. Huh. Yep. Okay. Yeah, biggest problem is we just don't have a lot of health on CT. But anyway, I think we just have to go in. We're hemorrhaging too much time. I guess the other option would be to short rest and see. Nah, but what is Pyro doing? And Pyro has like all their stuff set up. It's time to go. All right, whatever. So we open with this. I don't even know. We don't have dark. I think what I want to do is actually to use Shadow Step here. And then this. I think this is a good opener. I'm going to use Shadow Step bottom here, basically, to get all the way next to the thing, just start hitting it right away while on top of a Shadow, and then max attack for Strength the Abyss. Then once I'm next to it, it's actually, like, it's basically better to get next to it and then start using my things to move Shadows to get them closer, or to create them, rather than, like, start moving Shadows and not be next to anything. I mean, obviously, it makes me more vulnerable, but in a situation where time is of the essence. Okay. And then for you, I mean, we just want to do the biggest attack we can here, which ultimately is... I think the thing is, like, not actually next to the wall, unfortunately. So I think Under Pressure doesn't qualify, so I think it's Hand of Flame. So, yeah, I think this is the best we can do. It'd be a shame, obviously we missed it in 2, but it's just a lot more of a guarantee. Alright, here goes. So, CT's up first. We're going to use the bottom of Cleansing Swell as a move 3. Nani? It's definitely did not set up the correct boss. That's fine. We can grab the other one. I mean, I guess the mod just doesn't have a way of knowing which is the correct boss, but yeah, it's definitely going to be the one we did not side with. Anyway, so we'll read 80.2. Okay. The large ice crystal has some number of hit points and enemy 2 non-lethal monsters. If that box is unlocked, all right. So if the fist box is unlocked, set up the snow miniature and use the Snow Dancer boss stat card. Otherwise, set up the fist miniature. For all purposes and abilities, the boss treats all elements. For the purpose of all its abilities, the boss treats all elements as strong. Okay. Yeah, so there's just the one boss. We just need to replace it with this boss. Spawn. All right. So you are gone. You're in. Yeah, and I was right. Okay. So we have 2 more movement. We need to see what the boss is up to, though. Special 1. So that's just the AoE. Okay, I was really worried about doing the push, although I guess in the end it has only range 4, so it actually wouldn't have hit my other people, so actually that would have also been fine. Okay, so we kind of just need to be spaced out, such that my other allies can go hit, and I won't get hit, and won't get hit with me. So I'll just go to here, I think. Let's see. I guess going to here is nice. Can they get far enough away from that? 1, 2, 3. I mean, I can use my boots, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. And Deathwalker goes down here. Yeah, that works. Okay, yeah, because being next to this is good, because I have a lot of as we've seen here, a lot of good non-move bottom actions. Okay. So it doesn't actually do anything to set up Catacomb Refraction here. I mean, it creates light is basically it, but that doesn't really seem worth much. I can instead just do a default attack on the objective, which, yeah, is a bit sad, but that's kind of where we're at with Crushing Tide on this scenario. So yeah, I'll just default attack the objective. The nice thing is, you'll note that the rules are all attacks targeting any monster gain disadvantage, and all sorts of damage suffered by any monster are reduced by 1. The objective is not a monster, so all that stuff is done. We get to actually deal damage for real now. Alright. There being no other monsters in here, this should be really easy to win. This is a pretty anticlimactic scenario. I mean, the first room is like frustrating and challenging, and then the second room is just like extremely easy, right? Like I said, pretty anticlimactic. It's a pretty unfortunate conclusion to the Algox chain if you do it this way, even though this is like the way that most people will do it, because the path of reconciliation. All right, anyway, so Pyro goes. I'm going to use the bottom of Rain of Fire for what it's always been meant to be used for, a move 5 jump, and I'm going to throw in my Sturdy Boots while I'm at it, making this a move 6 jump. Oops, okay. Let's set the camera a bit better here. Gotta remember to negate a source of damage. Okay, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to make fire, attack with Hand of Flame, gain 1 experience. Unfortunately, I cannot create Hazardous Terrain underneath it. Right. And so we're going to go down here. So we have Melted Armor, which is going to use 1 charge, and we get the last charge of Quenched Rage as well. So Melted Armor is an attack, or adding +1, so this turns Hand of Flame into a 5, and then Quench Rage is going to double it and give us a 10. We're also going to gain 1 more experience for pushing off Quench Rage. Discard bot. There. Over here. Okay. So 1 more experience. Let's set this camera up a bit better here. And we make it attack 10. Please don't. Everything the Pyroclast will do was all for this entire scenario. I mean, I still think that I will win. Because, like, it's just 1 boss hitting the Crashing Tide, right? But like, god damn, this is the worst Pyroclast ever. What is it with... Basically, anytime this party gets a class that people consider to be too strong, first Blinkblade and now Pyroclast, this is what they do. Like, look how much work I put into setting up to do this 1 attack. Because, again, Hazardous Terrain doesn't do anything here. It barely did anything in the first room, and absolutely does nothing in the second room, so I'm like, it's fine. We've got an alternate strategy. We'll set up this 1 big attack, and this is what happens. Oh my god. Alright, 0 damage on our attack 10. No big deal. Okay, so we're going to use the bottom of Shadow Step here. We're going to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to here. We're going to create a shadow. We can only have 5 shadows, so we'll just move this one up to here. Boom. This is going to be lost. And then we attack with Strength of the Abyss. So this is an attack for 6. Yeah, meanwhile, Deathwalker, just always taking care of business. Alright, there's no Frozen Fist. There is, however, a Snow Dancer. So the Snow Dancer is going to muddle Crushing Tide. Again, this is going to be an attack at -1. So this attacks for base 5, -1 is 4. We have 2 shield. So we take 2 and lose 1 charge of the Chainmail. 1, 2. Okay, and that's the round. I'm going to long rest on CT. Pyro, I'm just going to look at you defeated. So I have fire, so I can actually set up such that I can start using Deep Fury here, which seems decent. And for you, so I need to start moving those shadows forward or creating a shadow. I guess I can do Restless Spirits and then create a shadow here in order to do a big attack and still stay at 5, which is nice. Although then we're kind of poorly setting up Ritual Sacrifice. Otherwise, what if I do... I mean, kind of... 1, 2, 4... Yeah, I mean, that's decent. So would, like, moving all my shadows 2x's doesn't do much, right? So what is this? Let me read how this works. Adjacent to the target. Yeah, so each time I do a move 4 on a shadow, that would get an additional one next to the target. So I can basically, like, yeah. All right, so what do I do the following turn, then, is the question. I don't know, maybe I'll just, like, step back, grab the chest, and make a small attack. I mean, it's fine. We probably have time, right? All right, so that makes sense. So let's do this plus this, then. In the following turn, yeah, we'll just like create a shadow and make a ranged attack sort of thing or something. All right, that seems fine. Also, we can set up a top wave Anguish at some point as well. That's nice. Yeah. Okay. It seems fine. And CT will take a long rest. Oops. Yeah, so this is going to be the pushy thing. Yeah. Okay. So Deathwalker's up first. I'm going to move a shadow 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. And then I'm going to use the top Ritual Sacrifice. So this is just an attack 5. 6. God, I love the Deathwalker. Alright. I mean, CT's definitely done their job tanking, right? Like, the real question mark in this party is this Pyroclast. Which is hilarious, too, with their retirement thing, being super cocky when they're just so useless. Okay. So this is attack +1, so they actually consider that they have ice. I should really set a camera thing down here for this, but yeah. Oh, so immobilize, huh? Ugh. So Pyro's gonna do nothing. God, this Pyro, I swear to God. This is the most useless character. I don't know. I don't know whether this Pyro or Blinkblade have been more useless, but by far these have been the two least useful classes that I've played. Blinkblade and Pyro, for sure. I guess Banner Spear had a pretty bad run, too. But Banner Spear, like, the first half of their scenario, I mean, in all fairness, like, I guess Pyro in those scenarios also would have excelled as well, but yeah. Right, so, yeah, we're going to do nothing here on Pyro. It's aces. So these are 2 attack 6s. First on Pyro, then on Crashing Tide. So first on Pyro, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get push 2 and immobilize. Unfortunately, the push 2 has to put the Pyro here. So the Pyro will get to do absolutely nothing this turn. And then on the Crashing Tide, so 6 as well. We have 2 shield for that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And the immobilize doesn't matter too much. So here is mandatorily going to be pushed to here. Okay. Snow Dancer's done. So then the Pyro's up. Yeah, I mean, no kidding. The Pyro is contributing by looting. Yeah, I mean, alright, so I could, like, yeah, it's just... I can't set up the bottom of Deep Fury because this can never be occupying Hazardous Terrain. I can't attack this, only the Crystal. The top of this also does nothing because I can't put Hazardous Terrain under this. So, yeah, all 4 of my actions cannot do a single thing here. I mean, this can generate a fire. That is, I guess, a fire and an experience, because I can put a... No, it actually doesn't get damage. So I can generate a fire. I can lose a card to generate a fire here. That's literally the extent of what I can do on the Pyro with my 4 actions there. So I will do absolutely nothing and loot the chest. For real, though, the most useless Pyro ever. Alright, what is in chest 41? We gain item 2. Are you kidding me? So the Pyro is going to get some super wealthy, or super expensive item here for doing nothing? I mean, whatever. That'll pay for construction in the town for a while, but wild. 60 gold on the Pyro. Couldn't get that on the Crashing Tide. Sorry, Crashing Tide's busy actually doing things, while the Pyro's just out here dicking around. Alright, so we have the Algox Carving, which is during your melee attack ability, consume Earth, add +1 attack, and flip this over. And the other side, we have during your ranged attack ability, consume Wind, add +2 to 1 attack, and flip this card over. Pyro's doing the real work, yeah. Something like that. Alright, Crashing Tide, lose this, heal for 2. I don't think we have anything special from Tides. Yeah, and this go here. This gets refreshed. And that's that. And we do fail the Mastery, unfortunately. I could have pitched 2 cards from my discard pile to get the mastery, but given that the pyro, like, I don't know, I think if the pyro had hit the attack 10, I might have considered doing that because I would feel that there's enough margin here. But at this point, given that the pyro has legitimately accomplished nothing in this scenario, basically, and yeah, it's certainly in fighting the boss thus far, I feel like I'm in a situation where I still feel like I'm favored to win, but I certainly could lose. So I think pitching 2 cards from discard on CT to try to get the mastery, I'm still not even sure what to do it. Yeah. No, I still think it wouldn't have. Yeah, wouldn't be worth it. All right. So Skitter's decent. Cleansing Spell's decent. This is decent. I don't know. I mean, overrolling is fine because it's just a top attack 3 that gives an experience. I won't be activating the bottom anymore. I guess honestly, Catacryph action can just go. This doesn't do anything here. Okay. So Deathwalker. It'd be nice if you made a dark on CT, but that requires playing a bottom tide, which is a bit annoying. I mean, we could play 3 cards in a turn once, so maybe it's fine to do this, but is this really like... I'm playing this to... Yeah, that's not really worth. Yeah, I think this makes sense. Because that allows me to actually use Black Barrage as a meaningful attack here. You like remake dark, and then you, and yeah. Yeah, that looks pretty good here. Okay. Sure. I like this well enough. There's no reason to rush too much. This Snowdancer's not outputting that much damage, and the good news is the Pyro can pitch cards for days, because, you know. Yeah, I'm just gonna play this and this. Okay, so the Snowdancer is just gonna do the multi-target attack 4s, like 2 attack 4 range 3s. Alright, sure. That's fine. So CT's up first. I'm going to make Light and Dark, activating Sharp Chitin and Cleansing Swell. I love Cleansing Swell, by the way. So great. Alright. It's just, honestly, again, Crashing Tide is a really fun class to play, and Cleansing Swell is just a very satisfying effect, right? Because it just, like, it makes you feel better for doing the thing that you love to do in Crashing Tide, which is play tides. Honestly, a great design. I mean, again, I think Crashing Tide is an excellent class design, and I think Cleansing Swell is an excellent card design. While also just being, like, fun and powerful. Yeah, it really hits all the notes. Okay, so then on Deathwalker, I'm going to step back to here. Actually, wouldn't mind the Stone. The annoying thing is I need the Stone Answer to flip a +1 here, so it might be better to try to get hit with this by the Stone Answer on a different turn than this. I also don't really want to pitch either of these cards. I should find another opportunity to do that. So yeah, no reason to get hit here. They can both get hit. I mean, can they? Yeah, it's 4 here, and we've got 2 shield. Should be fine. Okay, so I'll step back to here. Also, can the Stone Answer even hit 2 targets here? 2 movement. What if I go here? What is Stone Answer's primary focus? I guess it's Pyro. So, and I was here. What if I go here? If I go here, no. If I go here, 2, no. Yeah. Focus is Pyro. I guess technically you're already in range. So if I go here, there's no way that this can hit. Yeah. So I guess I can just go here. If I go here, it actually can hit me. Okay, so yeah, I'll move here then, because then it's only Pyro getting attacked here. Seems good, because it always has to have primary focus. Okay. So I just move back to there. I'm going to consume the dark, but I'm also making dark. Gain 1 experience, and just do an attack 3 on the crystal. Just chugging along. Okay. So the Stone Answer goes, again, this is move -1, range 3, target 2. So with 2 movement, it can go to here, or as far as here, but focuses the Pyro. There's nowhere it can go that it hits the Pyro and another target, so it's just going to attack the Pyro for 4. Yeah, there's the null. Okay. Again, I know that, like, even if the Pyro got crit there, I'd have to pitch cards. I really didn't care. Yeah. So I think I'm just gonna run up here to draw focus, basically. So I'm just gonna use, I guess I can go to here. The reason to do that basically is that if I go here, then if Crashing Tide goes here, we can both get hit by the same thing, like the AoE. Whereas I'm here, Crashing Tide can go there, and just kind of better spacing. So sure, I'll move there with Lava Bomb, and I'll just. Oh yeah, crap! I actually forgot that I should have taken 1 more damage on Pyro. I forgot about Melted Armor. Anyway, so I go here. I attack with Melted Armor as an attack 3, so attack 4. Like, again, I'm not frustrated because I'm still going to win, I think. I mean, at this point, you know, each null that the Pyro draws gets more and more hairy. But for real, though, we're basically doing... we have 3-player health on the boss, while we're basically playing this 2-player. I mean, the Pyro has just missed on 14 damage thus far. Back to back. Oh, this character, I swear. Can I replace them with a Bone Shaper? Or another useful class? Alright, anyway. So that's that. So I really do want to create a shadow. I hate using Wave of Anguish with only 3, though. It's always going to be good. I can just short rest here. Alright, well, so on Crashing Tide, we're definitely going to play Skitter. Oh, yeah, I only get to play 2 cards anyway. So Skitter top is happening here for sure. So I just have I have to move, right? I don't really want to get immobilized or moving. So I guess I should play this. Counterpoint is so if there's I mean, well, it's pretty bad here no matter what. But this is my best attacking turn, right? After that, Cresting Force will be with like what? Some number of tides. It's kind of similar, to be honest. I mean, I can never really play around the immobilized. Again, first of all, 2 of the 3 immobilized cards are going to go before me. So it doesn't change too much. Next turn, what I would want to do probably, if I'm next to the thing, yeah, I don't know, it's just like this plus this. If I play this here, then it would be this plus this. What would I rather have done as a bottom action, Undertow or Pool of Power? I don't know. It's kind of the same. Probably Pool of Power is a little bit better than Undertow. All right, let's just go with this here then. I don't know if there's much more of a decider than that. Okay, so what is the situation here with our shadows? Like, if we make a shadow here this turn... I really would like to try to get more next to... The thing is, though, if I make a shadow next to it this turn, it doesn't really work, because the problem is I'm currently not next to it. And I don't have Shadow Step anymore, and CT's not going to make dark for me. And I can still just attack with Black Barrage, but at some point we're just like having really ineffective turns. I guess I can do Wave Anguish bottom with like Strength top and then do something afterwards. What is Strength top even doing? It's like putting this wave. It's like putting this here. I guess this here. Then afterwards, Black Barrage can move 1 further in. Yeah, I'm just having a bit of an issue with not being next to it, but it did make sense to step back. No reason to take an attack for free. And this does play pretty well, but it's just basically playing this now. I'm just missing out on free attack 3s that I'll get at some point here because I definitely need to keep building up shadows next to it. So I don't think I should do this. I think I should short rest. I mean, I could long rest, but that seems a bit wild. Okay, that's honestly probably the best card I could possibly lose. Okay. So basically, for top actions, I would like to use Ritual Sacrifice, Strength of the Abyss, and the one other one doesn't matter too much here. I can do this like next rest cycle, right? It doesn't have to be this rest cycle. For bottom actions, what I want to do that really matter kind of is this and this. Each one of these adds another shadow next to it. Also, the combination of these 2 adds another shadow next to it, which could allow me to use this as another top. That seems okay then. The big question mark here is just if I ever get pushed away and immobilized. Hey, Dwarf. I've had one warning as well. You've missed it, but thus far, my Pyro... Yeah, I mean, Pyro's useless. They did attack 10 on the boss, missed, and then the next turn attack 4 on the boss, missed. And in the first room, they couldn't really do anything because of the scenario effects. How's yours going? Or what's up with yours? So yeah, I guess I like this bottom, plus this bottom to try to do this on turn 3. So in that case, yeah, I guess it's like this into this into this. Yeah, pretty much. Well, like I said, Pyro sucks. I want a new class. Sucks to have such a long battle goal on such a useless class. Or personal quest on such a useless class. Every scenario I've played with them, or almost every scenario I've played with them, they've been the least contributing member of the party. And not by a small margin. Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't think 50 or 58 has a significant difference, and I'm just going to long rest on Pyro to absorb a hit here because I don't do anything else. I mean, I don't know. I could short rest here. Long resting is a bit tilted, I guess. Like, what am I really getting? But at the same time, I'm just kind of like a sack of hit points, so I don't know. Also, I've melted armor up, so I'm like long resting to get attack for +1. Nah, I think buying time for Deathwalker to deal damage is not bad. Let's go for it. Alright, so that is the thing we really didn't want to see. Doesn't mean that CT is going to get immobilized. But the good news is we got to go before it. So actually, this was pretty good. This was the... Yeah. The 14 and the 11 would both be bad. Damn Power sucks. This campaign is turning me into the gripe hot take stream. Blinkblade sucks. Trap is OP. Yeah, I mean, well, again, if you watch, I mean, for people who've watched, they can understand where I'm coming from. Admittedly, it's less of a Pyro sucks. I mean, well, it is Pyro sucks, but I mean, like here, come on, he just missed straight null back to back. Like, come on, that has nothing to do with the scenario. But in all fairness, there's been a lot of scenarios that have had the mechanics of the scenarios have just not lent themselves to messing with Hazardous Terrain. I think I'd be much happier with the class if I hadn't tried to mess with Hazardous Terrain much and I'd just done the other stuff. But yeah, like the last couple scenarios, there's been water everywhere, so I haven't been able to play Hazardous Terrain. We've been fighting lightning eels, which you can't affect, objectives, which you can't affect. Same here. The first room here, all damage was reduced by 1, and unfortunately we're scenario level 3, which means Hazardous Terrain did a whole 1 damage, which, yeah, just does nothing, like tickles the Algok, so just time after time there's been like circumstances that have made it so that Pyro has not been a useful class. And then here I set up for them to actually do something. Again, put a lot of work so they could do an attack 10 on the boss, and they miss, and then the next turn they miss. And, yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah, I don't like this scenario either. I mean, again, fortunately it's easy, so I only have to do it once. But yeah, okay. I mean, hopefully I only have to do it once. I mean, at this rate of missing, fortunately the Deathwalker is just always reliable. This is the. It's not even. I mean, first of all, Trap is OP, but second of all, Deathwalker. I'll take a Deathwalker at every party. That's what I've learned. Whenever my party has failings, Deathwalker's there to pick them back up and carry them on her shoulder. All right. So Crashing Tide is just going to do move 3. This is actually a non-move attack, so going there will give it disadvantage. Yeah, why not? Okay, and then I'm going to start skittering. So I'm going to consume this, gain 2 experience, and I'm going to get to do 2 attack 2s on the objective. Ooh, there we go. You'll crit on the attack 2. Ha! And yeah, CT also definitely carrying their weight, even though this scenario kind of sucked for CT, because again, a bunch of small attacks when all your attacks have disadvantage and -1 is not great, but despite that, they've still just tanked and done CT things. But yeah, Deathwalker is just like... Yeah. Deathwalker, I mean, I phrased it, I said this earlier, but basically it feels like we're doing the 3-person version of the scenario while playing with a 2-person party. Okay, so the Snow Dancer is going to attack CT with disadvantage. This is attack 6, huh? Yeah, I mean, we still got 2 shield. We should be okay, right? Right. All right. Anyway, disadvantage on CT. Supposed to be okay. Not okay. That's a 7 with disadvantage. Double +1 on disadvantage, huh? Yeah, okay. Okay. Sure. So, I'm pretty sure Chainmail gets used regardless. Because yeah, Chainmail gets used before Brittle and Ward are before pitching damage, so it would make sense that gets used regardless. Alright, I'll see you, Overwhelming Wave. Your time has come and gone. And yeah. I mean, unfortunately, I'm just not going to have anything to do as a top action next turn because I get immobilized here. I guess I can go here. But yeah. Alright. And then on Pyro. Oh, beautiful. Man, look at those flips. That's, yeah, that's just your Well, I mean, all right, Pyro pitches 2 cards, huh? I mean, maybe it was too greedy to long rest. Maybe it was. All right, Sea Lava Bomb. Igneous Path works with Deep Fury to give better attacks. I don't really need Rain of Fire anymore. Yeah. All right, pitch 2 cards. This is going to go into our discard pile. And then we just get pushed to here. All right. Then Deathwalker goes. So Deathwalker is going to do a move to here. Might as well stay in a shadow. I'm going to move this one up because I need to make space here. Move this here, move this here, move this here. I guess I could go somewhere else, but anyway, this is fine. And then I'm going to use Strength of the Abyss to attack the crystal for 6. Yeah, just keep trucking along. All right, Pyro gets the long rest, heals for 2, and chooses a card to lose. So I don't even think I can build up to Quench Rage anymore at this point, so I think we'll just cut that. I think we're kind of beyond that point, even though, like, yeah. Also, I don't really think it would be that worth it. Okay. So CT, I'm just going to play 2 cards. Unfortunately, I'm immobilized, so there's not much I can do, but I can at least, activate a Tide. Come on now. Oh, that's so annoying. Why won't you go down there? Like, because I have hand selected or something? Like, why? Right. Oh, it's because there's cards in the hand. That's what causes it, right? Yeah. So weird. Anyway, okay. I mean, I guess, yeah, because, like, the actual hand is down here. Wish I could just disable that. Maybe there's a way to. Okay, so we actually have to move next to the thing again. So this, if I go like 1, 2, so I don't have fire, so I can only do 2. So I don't really want to deep fury this turn. So I guess I'm just like attacking with this. It'd be so much nicer to be able to use this bottom at some point just for a free attack, but I guess that's not happening. Or this bottom. I mean, I could also just not worry about setting up deep fury this rest cycle. I mean, Igneous Path to move up makes sense no matter what. It would be nice to have fire, but that is apparently not happening here. Yeah, I don't really see a reason to use this as a bottom, I guess, because I can just use this. I mean, it's not quite as good, but this is just my best top attack, so I think it makes sense to use that here. Okay, so yeah, next up in sequencing was this for you, right? Yeah. Yep. All right. Okay. So Deathwalker's up first. Going to use the bottom of Black Barrage, move this shadow to here, this shadow to here, this shadow to here, and this is going to allow me to use Ritual Sacrifice as an attack 6. Just keep dropping 6 on turn after turn. Oh, I love this class. I mean, come on. What's not to love? My other class is like combining. I mean, again, CT tanking, that obviously provides value, but like over here. Anyway. All right. I'm going to use Igneous Path here. I'm going to use my boots to avoid getting double hit here. So we're going to use the boots to go to here. Moving Hazardous Train to here and to here. Okay. And then I'm going to gain 1 experience. There we go. Use Hand of Flame and prepare to miss again. Wow. Pyro has done 5 whole damage to this objective. It's at 17. Alright. Crashing Tide's up. All I can do is generate a dark and activate Pool of Power. And do nothing on top. Okay, Stone Answer goes. So this is the AoE Muddle. There's not actually an effect from Ice here, right? No. Ice is just on the push immobilize. Alright, so I can have you go to here, to here. I guess I'll have you go to here, further away from Deathwalker. I do need to pitch a card on Deathwalker for a perk at some point, but we've got a little bit of time, I guess. Well, do we? We'll see. Alright, and attack Spyro. +1, so that's 5. And you are muddled. Okay. You're no longer immobilized. I'll just long rest on you. Yeah, yeah, I'm just gonna move. I guess if I have to pitch one of these cards, I would rather pitch under pressure. So yeah, like that. Go like this. And long rest on CT because CT is just tanking. Okay. Okay. So Deathwalker's up next. So on Deathwalker, I'm going to create a shadow, range 2, to put it here. Actually, I should put it here so that one has a spot to go to. Maybe here. Yes, that's fine. Put it here. And then I'm going to gain 1 experience, remove the shadow underneath me. Oh, no, sorry. Actually, hold on. Better ordering? I messed up. Okay. So sorry, this shadow's still here. First, I'm going to remove the shadow underneath me, gain 1 experience. And yeah, make an attack 6 curse on the rock. Can't be cursed, still an attack 6. 6 after 6. Finally a 5, fair enough. Okay, and then I'm going to create a new shadow. Oops, yeah, over here. I guess I can create it right where I am. I don't really actually want disadvantage if I do get attacked, because I want to try to pitch a card for the battle goal. All right, we're done. So Pyro's up next. So on Pyro, I'm going to just do a default move to here. If I go here, then we both get hit on Deathwalker, but I kind of need to do that anyway. I mean, I would need to get a +1. Like, basically, the issue is that I get muddled, but I don't know. This only has 12 health. We should probably be fine. It's just a question of whether it's really worth it. It does heal Pyro, adds 1 bonus damage, gives an experience, which is nice. I couldn't move on Deathwalker. I had to create the shadow, so it kind of is what it is. Wish I was over here, but anyway. I think it's fine. Sure. Also, yeah, if we get a +1, this just gives us a chance to... Oh, wait, we actually have no cards in hand. That would be kind of costly. Steel Ring. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I don't think that's worth it. I would rather just pitch cards on Pyro here. We'll find another opportunity to do that on Deathwalker. So never mind. I will just... Why not? I'll activate Melted Armor, and that'll just make this an attack 4 with disadvantage. Okay, so... Let's just... You know. We should just keep one of these. And call this Pyro... the Boss Killer. So we've got damage dealt 5 because we got a +1. Damage failed 18. All right. Aces. All right. So this is active. I mean, this will lead to us pitching a card, but whatever. I don't really care too much about that. And this goes to our discard pile. I guess that's going to happen. All right. Pyro's done. We lose the muddle. We're going to regain muddle in just a second here. So this is going to hit Pyro again. +0. That's enough to pitch a card, especially because Melted Armor adds +1. All right. That's fine. That's what Pyro's here for. Okay, and then CT, what do we have for tides here? We have Cleansing Swell, Sharp Chitin, and Pool of Power. So we're going to get 5 total healing here. 3 from Cleansing Swell, 2 from a Long Rest. We also refresh this, and we get to keep a tide active. Bottom tides and top tides both have some value here, but I guess top is probably a bit better because I can just start attacking right away. So sure, let's do that. All right. I should probably not long rest again, Byron. Although it is tempting. Yeah, let's just short rest. All right, so this comes back. Goes here. Sure. Sure. That's also fine. Also, my short rests on Deathwalker have also been exceptional. So here's the thing. I really want to get attacked on Deathwalker this turn. To get my battle goal. So I think this plus this makes sense. I know I could just basically kill it with Wave of Anguish top here, but again, I'd like to try to get my battle goal. I feel like I have the margin to do that. Okay. So actually, I think I would rather keep a bottom tide active here. Just gonna be cleansing swell because I'd like to just like double tide. I think that's gonna be a bit better to set up Skitter the following turn. Sure. So then we'll do this and this because that's my only top tie there. All right, that works. And so Pyro, oops, these are in the wrong order. Come on up. I mean, if I heal, I have a better chance of surviving one more round, right? So I might as well go for it. I mean, I guess I should just play these two cards no matter what, so then we'll see. And I'm going to lose one of them always. That's probably fine. All right. Because this helps with initiative. Although the initiative this doesn't actually matter. Yeah, 36. It could. Okay. Unfortunately, Stone Answer is before Deathwalker, right? Oh, that's really annoying. Yeah, all right. Maybe we're not going to get the battle goal. Okay. Okay. Yeah, not a lot I can do about that. Maybe I can get attack next turn. Sorry, I gotta blow my note. Anyway, well, so Pyro's gonna get pushed to here. Attacked first, right? Yeah, 1, 2, yep. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. All right, so first. Okay, well, at least there's that. We're gonna get immobilized, just to really hammer home the never doing anything thing. And then on CT, that's fine. CT didn't actually care. +1, so that's a 7. Unfortunately, we don't have Sharp Cane active, so this blocks 1, and we take 6. Down to 3. We get immobilized as well. Ooh. Yeah, we still make it with a move 3. Okay. So Deathwalker's up. So I'm going to do a move 2 to here with Wave of Anguish. Move. I know that I could put 1 underneath me, but I actually don't want this to have disadvantage because I would like it to hit me for 5 or more so that I can get my battle goal. All right. And then we use Ritual Sacrifice top, so this is an attack 7. I mean, I know it crit kills, but if that happens, that happens. All right, 8. So Deathwalker did basically all the damage here. Okay, so CT just makes dark and light, activates 2 tides, does that which CT likes to do. Really sucks that we failed the mastery here. Felt like we definitely should have been able to get it, but yeah. All right, and Pyro can heal himself for 2 using the top of Deep Fury, and that is the entirety of that which they can do. All right. Pyro can just go ahead and take a long rest here. So Deathwalker. I mean, I can't beat the immobilizes anyway, so there's no real reason to try to play around that. Accordingly, I think I'll just do something like, because I really like the Stone Answer to go before me and then me just be able to kill afterwards. So I think going like this works. The other nice thing about this is I can also just move all the shadows into position because then I can just Wave of Anguish for kill always. So yeah, also this allows me to potentially consume dark to gain experience, etc., etc. So then for you, I don't know, there's no rush here. I don't want to play Skitter top, but we can definitely just go late. Oops, let's get everyone's cards in the right locations. So what I need to look at here is, can I attack the, okay. Curious. So you actually can damage the Stone Answer, huh? Interesting. Okay. All right. I didn't realize you actually could. All right. So I mean, technically, I can actually hit the Stone Answer if I want to. You know, it'll help disadvantage and all that. But yeah, basically just a question for some experience potentially. Okay, so Stone Answer 17. So focus 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so first on the Deathwalker, like I said, that's fine. Please just don't draw terribly. I think that's still fine, right? I'm pretty sure that does it. Yeah. because this is an attack for 6, -1 is 5, and our goal is to lose a card to negate suffering 5 more damage. Beautiful. And we will have performed ours as well, so we got all of them. Alright, so we will pitch Restless Spirits. Oh. Excellent. We get pushed to 2 by 2 here and get immobilized. And then on Pyro, didn't get a +1, surprisingly. So Pyro survives. Okay. So then the Deathwalker goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really like Deathwalker experience, so I'm going to go ahead and try to gain a little bit extra here. I think, because I can just 100% Wave of Anguish next turn, right? Yeah. This plus the... yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can. So let's see. Let's imagine that I play this as a loss here, and I play this as a non-loss. This will give me an experience, basically. I mean, I guess I just could also not even play this as a loss for an experience here, because I can get all the experience with Ritual Sacrifice bottom next turn. Yeah, that makes sense, because then I can also just go, yeah, okay, sure. I just don't play this as a loss. I think it's the safest. I really do want to try to gain some experience on Deathwalker. Melee Deathwalker really gets poor experience. So sure, in that case, I'll just use Black Barrage, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to attack the Snow Dancer. Gaining 1 experience and attack with disadvantage. I would really like to flip a miss here so that it's out of my deck. So that my deck reshuffles. Well, that also reshuffles. Alright, so that does 3 damage. Okay, then Crashing Tide goes. So for you, I'm just going to... So you're no longer mobilized. Really don't want to kill this here. So 1, 2, 3 with this, and then... Yeah, it's a shame because I'll miss out on an experience. Let's see what we draw on this for. We've drawn nothing. So basically, I can gain... So the dark is gone, but I can gain an experience by attacking this for 2, which is only bad if I flip a crit or a +2. I do really like Crashing Tide experience. It's nice for your tank to gain levels, but it's too much of a risk for Deathwalker. Alright, so we'll just play it as Lies. Just do nothing there. And then I can move to here even or something. I don't know. Here. Oh, sorry. No, just 1 movement. And that's it. Alright. The Pyro gets Long Rest. Loses this. Heals for 2. Okay. Also, we should no longer be... There we go. Scared to lose. Doesn't matter much. Okay, so we'll play these 2 cards in Pyro. CT can just Long Rest. You will Short Rest. I'll reroll. The problem is, this is just the way that I can get the guarantee kill. The only thing that sucks with the reroll is, yeah, if I get the... If I hit Ritual Sacrifice, I lose 4 experience, which is pretty bad. But I actually don't... If I play Ritual Sacrifice bottom... Oh, it's actually before the move, curious. It still gives 3 experience. I guess it's not that much experience in the end, then. Yeah, if I hit Ritual Sacrifice... If I use Ritual Sacrifice bottom, I don't actually have the ability to do that much damage to it safely. So yeah, let's just reroll. Right. Please not Ritual Sacrifice, though. Okay, all good. Yeah, and this is just 100% kill. This plus this. Alright, here we go. Deathwalker's up first. So I'm going to use Ritual Sacrifice bottom and remove any number of shadows within range 3. For each remove shadow. I guess it's not actually 100% if I remove 3 shadows, but it should be fine. I get 2 attack 3s, and Pyro will also get to do an attack 4, and then worst case scenario. I mean, CT can also hit it after the rest, I guess. Maybe I shouldn't have long rested, but it should be fine. I trust in Deathwalker. Okay, so sure, I will remove this shadow, this shadow, this shadow, and that allows me to grant 1 ally or self, shield 1 for each one removed. So first I gain 1, 2, 3 experience, getting rid of this, this, and this. I will give CT 3 shield. And then I get a move 2, make dark. Oof, I don't know, 1, 2, why not? I guess it's doing the AoE, no reason to get hit. Here. And then I will use the top of Wave of Anguish, gaining 1 experience, and this just makes 2 attack 3s on this. Oh wait, no, I could just do the attack 3s first. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I get until the end of the round, actually. Okay, sorry. So I can even just use the top of Wave of Anguish and then do the bottom of Ritual Sacrifice. Yeah, that makes more sense. Because the scenario doesn't end immediately. Yeah. Alright, so actually I'll do Ritual... I will do Wave of Anguish first. Let's just get these out of here. Did I remember to gain my experience from Wave? Yes. So we have attack 3, attack 3, attack 3, attack 3. Again, I don't think that'll matter. No. What do you know? The first one kills. Alright. So we gained our experience, and Pyro could maybe get an experience here by going and attacking the boss, but I don't want experience on Pyro. Like I said, useless class, so. Why would I want to make monsters stronger while not making my party any stronger? Alright, so my answer is going to do something that doesn't matter. It doesn't impact anything at this point. Okay. I think they actually did do a bit more damage. Maybe. Not 100%. Maybe they didn't. No, they just sat there and healed after getting pushed away, I think. Alright. Sure. So, let's do the stuff. So first we need to read 109.1. It's going to be a lot of stuff. Alright, yeah, let's do the other things first, then. So first, 2 XP, 2 XP, 2 XP. We'll need to remember to do this as well. 1 check mark. Okay. And then here, for loot, we have 2 hides. Sorry, so we got 6 gold here. Unfortunately, we didn't get the special coin. That's okay. Still have the extra copies on here. Yep, 6 gold, 2 hide, 1 lumber, 1 metal. Okay. And that's everything for you. And then over here we had 2 metal. Which is weird. I was just looking at how the sticker kind of persisted. Okay, that's the entirety of our looting, so that's all good. Check marks. We gained 1, 2, 1, which is also to note 2 down there. Okay, so 1, 2, and 1. So we're gonna have some perks as well. Got a lot to do. It's nice. As I said, this will be my only scenario for the day. We'll have just enough time to do outpost phase stuff, and then I'll have to go. Alright. So now let's read or see what the conclusion rewards are. So we gain 2 morale and 2 prosperity. Okay, so 2 morale. Ooh, lots more double builds. And 2 prosperity. So then we're going to gain Friend of the Frost Speakers. We unlock whichever class was still locked, and we remove all these events, and we add these events, and we add this. Okay, so first I'm going to hide the screen because it's going to flash the name of the unlocked class. No reason to spoil the class's name yet. Although I guess that one's name is, yeah, maybe not that big of a deal. As you can see, they're there now. Okay, so let's bring this back. I guess I'm just going to need an extra section book down here eventually. I guess I have one. Okay, so we need to... Events from all outpost events. Okay, so we need to go through both outpost decks. There's not going to be any easy way to do this, is there? Is there any way to, like, zoom in on this? Not really, right? You know what? The easiest thing to do, I think... I mean, either I can do this off camera, but I think the easiest thing to do for now is I'll just remember that we've pacified the Algox, and anytime we draw one of these, we'll just draw another. That's what we ended up doing in our campaign, rather than going through and finding all of these. Okay, so we get a plus 50 card. The Algox one. Nope. It's crab. Yay, snowflake indeed. Alright. The plus 50. And we've got WO 66 and 67. Nope. Okay. Beautiful. Alright, that's everything there. A lot of left a path of not getting random items. So anyway, all right. So this goes here. Part of those. This is fine. Okay. Let's grab this and this. Put them down here. Let me do game setup. Scenario 1. Finally getting it to increase scenario level so that the pyro is a little bit more effective, which is nice. Hilarious that increasing difficulty is actually going to make things easier. We've already done all the loot, so as long as we grab these cards, it should be good. Yeah, we have this copy. Again, it wasn't drawn there. Okay. That's all good. We also, yeah. So then, game setup, delete map. All right. So back to the outpost. I know we still have to do the perk here, but I think that's supposed to be after, like once we get to the actual outpost. All right, so we have nothing to read here. So we do have an outpost event. Summer outpost events. So we do event. All right. Summer outpost 60. Ooh, carpenter one. Ever since the carpenter set up shop, everyone's been happy to finally have someone who knows their way around a hammer to build up the town. Let's center this a bit more so y'all can read. Enough people to probably have a vote. But somehow, you're the ones out here in the cold, dark, dangerous woods with his shopping list. The carpenter wants to fashion a new set of fancy tools, but needs some very specific raw materials to do it. It's getting late, and you're stuck on the last 2 items on the list. Elkwood and bluestone. You know he'll be upset if you don't find it, but you weren't expecting to be out this long, and you didn't bring the proper overnight equipment. Option A, keep looking. The carpenter needs this material, and the town needs the carpenter. Option B, go back to Frosthaven and ask around. Maybe someone has some in their personal stash. Excuse me, this seems like a good event. No clear choice. You like to see it. So, create a poll. I mean, I guess I should show our traits quickly. So yeah, the options are to try to stay out overnight, to be like resourceful. So we have armored, chaotic, strong, arcane, chaotic, intimidating, arcane, outcast, persuasive. Staying out could also be outcast. Persuasive could be finding stuff. So yeah, for traits, I think you could make an argument either way, potentially. Anyway, we'll run a poll. So, what to do? Stay out looking or ask in town. All right. And we'll blow this up so y'all can see it. And blow my nose. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Did not realize I was muted. Sorry. Yeah. I mean, I just read that. Whatever. I'll do it again. Basically, I said it was kind of a toss up, so I chose number 2. Because that didn't seem prudent to stay out when we thought we shouldn't stay out. So yeah. I assume by now people have been able to read it, so I don't need to go over it again. We lose 1 morale and gain 15 collective gold. All right. So this gets removed. 15 collective gold goes straight to CT. Puts us. Oh, yeah, got to remember to use the buttons. Gains us 21. Beautiful. And we lose 1 morale. That's fine. We have some morale to spare. Sorry, I gotta blow my nose again. Okay. So, oh yeah, we also needed to grab the sticker. Friend. It was friend of what again? A friend of the Frost Speakers. Okay, beautiful. We can just delete this one down here now. Oh, wait, no, this one was supposed to go back in. Yeah. I don't know. There's still one in here. Oh yeah, because I just copy pasted it, right? Yeah. All right. Delete that. Okay, so that's done. Before we do any of the production, I'm going to go ahead and do this so that I don't forget. At this point, I think I'm going to start taking these, replace 2 +1 or +10s with 2 rolling +10 gain advantage on this cards. I think these are overall net positive. So yeah, why not? All right. So 130.3. Well, so first we need to do the thing, right? So we look for 2 +10s, get those out of here. Oops. Okay, I should just There we go. I think with a more positive than negative deck in general, the advantage and the rolling 10 will equate to better than just having the plus 10s by default in our deck. But I'm not 100% sure. I think so, though. I guess this won't stack positively with other rollers. Wait, how do I have rolling? Oh, these are the available. Yeah, I'm looking for these. Yep. So we'll take these. Because also with advantage, it is impossible to wreck. I guess the counterpoint of this is this does stack negatively with soldiers. So yeah, we'll already have advantage. Although even then, it'll still be a rolling plus 10, which I guess is good. All right, so 130.3. All right. I guess these are supposed to be pretty funny, and I have a little bit of time, so I can go ahead and read this one. On the docks, you notice a vermling peering down into the water. In one hand, she carries a travel bag. She probably came to Frosthaven on the Lucky Lady, the ship that just docked. She introduces herself as Ratuska, and gestures down at the water, where a corpse is tangled in a line that hangs down from the ship's bowsprit. The lady looks like it's been dead for some time. The body looks like it's been dead for some time. Its clothing and armor are rotted through. The only thing intact are the wide gold bracelets around its bony wrists. Help me haul the body out of the water, she tells you. And if you're interested in getting more of those wristbands, I can tell you where to find some, so long as you cut me in on the profits. You haul out the body of an Algox. It looks mummified and has several chunks torn out of it, as if some hungry creature tried to feed on its leathery flesh. Ratuska slips the wristbands off the corpse. Just before they reach port, the ship struck an iceberg, she tells you. Oh, for a second I thought this would be Dancing Iceberg. Fortunately, it was a small one, and it broke apart. That's where the body came from. I saw several more dark shapes inside the ice that may have been more bodies. Unlock scenario 90, Frozen Treasure. Frozen Treasure. Okay. Ooh, force-linked one, huh? Alright. Cool. Alright. So that's that. So now we need to do production. So 6, 12, 16, 20 still, and we gain 1 corpse cap and 1 axe nut, which will be 1 more potion. Alright, so we need to spend 20 gold. So that's going to cost Crashing Tide 1. After that we can sell this, but unfortunately we can't sell this right now. So there we go to 0, and this just costs 1 gold over here. Okay, so... And we have, yeah, only 2 in the logging, 3 in the others. Okay. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we'll go 1 and 1. Okay, that's all of that. All right. So then we need to do some building. We need to make some potions or make a potion. Yeah. All right, so as far as what we build, again, oh, so I am Prosperity 6 now, yes. So garden's not possible. Jeweler possible, that I'm interested in. Tavern possible, I don't even know what the last tavern does. Upgrading the library also seems like it could be interesting. Upgrading a town hall could be good. Although I might want to wait to go to 2 challenges to when I have the personal quest. I'm already making pretty good progress on the town hall, right? Well, I mean, 2 challenges. This is just more to remember, which is a little annoying. So that being said, it would up the difficulty, which I would appreciate. Really want the jeweler. If we don't have any money to buy anything from the jeweler is the problem. Oh, does it say that it requires 3 coins? It's errata. Okay, gotcha. Okay, well, there we go. We only have 1 coin. So we cannot upgrade the tavern. So library, town hall. Yeah. So yeah, there's not really any value in the jeweler. Craftsman would be interesting if it wasn't so annoying to try to look at items. Yeah, alright, let's just go with the library to start, I guess. So we'll go, I don't know, I guess I can do reduce the wood cost. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Alright, so we upgrade the library. Where are you? Here. Yep. Okay. So we gain 1 prosperity and read 116.3. 116.3. All right. Oh, we unlocked a new class. At least to go from Tavern 2 to 3. I think you have Tavern 2, right? Yes, I have Tavern level 2 currently. Alright, so we add... Oh, I guess we read these. Alright, so hold on. Looks like my project to bring knowledge to this backwood is finally starting to get some attention. Etika, the resident Valroth librarian, gestures to an orchid as you enter the library. The orchid is clad in shimmering armor and wields a sword that seems far too massive, even for their muscular frame. Etika continues, this one is also interested in ancient lore from around these parts. Could prove useful in our search for the tomes. Speaking of, follow me. Etika snaps at you, then turns and steps briskly toward a back room. You give a short greeting to the orchid and then follow. Alright, exciting news. Etika begins immediately as you squeeze into the cramped space full of dusty parchments. I think my research has been paying off. If I've done the background research correctly, and I'm certain I have, I think I've located 2 of the Tomes of Power. The first is the Tome of Elements. She unfurls a map across the floor, handing you one corner to keep it from rolling back up. Here, she points at an area nearby where you are already intended to go on a future adventure. Be careful, though. Accounts of the Tome of Elements make it sound a bit more volatile than the others. I wouldn't recommend opening it in the field. She pushes her red-rimmed glasses up to the bridge of her nose, kneeling next to the map. The second is a bit hazier in the written record. The Tome of Conflict, like the other tomes, was penned by the spellcaster Balara. That much is clear. But something happened, and the books were scattered. If I'm reading this correctly, the older maps actually reference a tower in the woods. She points an impeccably... She points 2, but anyway. She points an impeccably manicured... Oh, no, never mind. She points an impeccably manicured fingertip toward the tundra. But it doesn't show up on any newer surveys of the region. It's just a hunch, but I think you'll find the Tome of Conflict there. It's not too far out of your way. If it's not too far out of your way, could you check it out for me? Alright, so new scenario 134. 134. Tome of Knowledge. Okay. And then we also add WR46. Okay. Indeed, North. Alright, so wait, WR46. Ooh, no, that's not what I wanted. Back in there you go. Can I not put this back in now? That's really annoying. I guess I can if I do this. Yeah. 46. Okay. And SR 48. So I will say something that I was thinking about. I have a lot of cool side scenarios that I want to do, and this is something that I actually have realized that I... So again, just to be clear, there's a lot I like about Frosthaven. Specifically, I do really like the outposts and everything like that. The nature of the faction, or I don't know, the Lurker, Unfettered, and Algok storylines is overall to me a bit of a negative, I would say. So basically, to explain this a bit, finishing, I mean, alright, so now we've just finished one of the storylines, right? We finished the Algox one, so we unlock a class by doing it, and we've removed a bunch of attacks from the deck, basically. I haven't actually removed them physically, but anytime we draw them, we'll just set them aside now, and we improve the 10 guards, all very beneficial, right? So certainly, obviously, before the next winter, we would like to have, if we could, finish two of these quest lines, because this will obviously be very beneficial for the outpost growth, because we won't have to deal with bad attacks especially progressively harder attacks during the coming winters. What sucks about this is I've got a bunch of side scenarios that I would like to do. Like now, hunting out the Tome of Knowledge, going to the abandoned hideout. What is the other one? I really want to do this Ruins of Solstice thing. I really like that. That's definitely a quest line that I like a lot. Even just like these funny things where it's like, Joseph who's trying to make ice cream. It's not really working out. You got to help him out. So all these things that I want to do, but I feel like it's wrong to do them because I really should be focusing on finishing these, Lurker and whatever quest lines because it's like better for the outpost growth. The sort of time pressure to make sure that you're always progressing those as much as possible actually feels like a bit of a negative to me because it doesn't really allow you to just do the scenarios that you want to do. It kind of makes you feel like you should be, or the correct thing to do is to do those quest lines as quickly as possible to be able to benefit the outpost. I know I don't actually have to, and I think I'll probably take maybe a little bit of a break now because but anyway. Yeah, the rewards are doing well. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I mean. The rewards of those are so good compared. I mean, which like I understand, like it makes sense for the narrative and stuff. And I certainly don't want the side scenarios to provide equivalent percent. Like I don't want one side scenario to provide 1/4 of a reward of this, blah blah blah. Like it's not like I want side scenarios to provide more rewards. It's just I think that I don't know. Anyway, I'm not sure there's really a fix for this. This is kind of like identifying a problem, not coming up with a solution. I don't really have a solution for it, but it's just something that I realized about how I felt. All right, so we get to unlock this class. So I'm going to hide the screen again, since it'll flash the name across the screen. But now we've got a lot of classes to play. Well, not a lot. We have 2 new classes currently. Well, that's good. And our current classes are going to be there for a while. So those aren't the buttons. Okay. So that's done. So then, we still want to double build. What was it? Oh yeah, we need to craft a potion. Okay. Like there was something else that I just thought of that I'm now forgetting. But anyway. We're to the new class. Who knows? All right. Let's go ahead and do another build. So I might as well just do the town hall. I don't know. I mean, it is basically the biggest reason I'm going to do this is just because I would like to increase the difficulty. I think that, like, realistically, it might be better to wait. I mean, how many more challenges are there at this point? There's still a fair number, right? I don't know, but it's going to be a while till we retire 30. Yeah. The biggest reason to do this is just the difficulty. So basically, like, I could go to +2 difficulty with a challenge, but I actually think that that's a bit extreme. But +1 and 2 challenges is kind of a sweet spot in general. Although the downsides are, one, that it now is going to make it hard. Like, yeah, this is going to be a negative because we still have the personal quest to do challenges. Although I guess that personal quest doesn't reward anything that we don't have yet. Is the reason we didn't take it, right? So maybe I guess that doesn't really matter. And the second reason is just that it's more to remember during a scenario, which playing solo 3-handed is a real cost. But I still think this makes sense to do. All right, I guess we'll subtract wood once again from the cost. Since we produce less wood, this makes sense. So we'll do 354. So this costs us a morale. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And we upgrade the town hall. Okay, so from now on, we can draw 3 challenges and keep up to 2. And we gained a prosperity. All right. It's always nice to see your gold buildings, right? We got 3 gold buildings: Carpenter, Town Hall, and Alchemist. All right. So that's done. So now we get to brew a potion. Oh, and we got to do a bunch of level ups, including perks. But all right, let's brew. Let's do the level ups first, because otherwise I might forget the perks, and also that determines the number of potions. Although realistically, the number of potions is determined by the fact that we don't have enough herbs. All right, so we didn't get a perk here, and we're 5 experience from a level up. That's unfortunate, but ultimately is what it is. We also didn't get a level up here, but we do get a perk, so we'll just do another one of these. Continue to thin our deck. So it's 2 more plus 0s out. The migration actually got rid of my other negative modifiers I had over here. All right, and 2 more rolling pushes in. Just continuing to thin the deck. Okay, and over here, we didn't get a level, but we did get a perk. Okay, actually, so no one leveled up, huh? All right, fair enough. So just 1 perk. Yeah, the last of these. So we get another -1 out. And put some rolling pierce in. Okay. All right, that's good. So that leaves us. Actually, that leaves us with it leaves us 1 potion slot. All right, yeah, we need to brew a potion. So next up we have corpse cap, and we just want to do 2 of these other things, right? So we did these 2 last time, so I guess it's gonna be like Aerovine plus Snow Thistle or Aerovine plus Axnot. So corpse cap. Snow Thistle, right now. So it's going to be Arrowvine or Axnot. Axnot not possible. So Snow Thistle, Corpse Cap, Fire no. So, and here's all Rock Root. We have none. So I guess we have one Rock Root. But yeah, we should hold off on that, I think. Yeah. Okay, so Arrowvine, because we're not growing any of that. Arrowvine, Corpse Cap, and we can either do Snow Thistle or Axnot. I mean, I guess I grow Axnot currently, and I don't grow Snow Thistle, so it kind of makes sense for it to be Axnot, because this is more of an unlimited quantity, even though I have one, I have more of this. So Arrowvine, Axnot, Corpse Cap. So Corpse Cap, Axnot, Arrowvine is here. I mean, admittedly, it's not what it could be here. So who is this even good on? So it'll never really be good on our melee Deathwalker, that's for sure. We didn't take Clean Sweep on Crashing Tide. So, I mean, obviously we have Tidal Blast coming up at level 5, if we end up taking that. Level 5 is so hard on Crashing Tide. So there's like Tidal Blast, and then eventually there's Dug In. But we also currently have all our potion slots here, whereas if we put it on Pyro, it takes, I mean, it doesn't actually, it just slots in, right? Also, I would really like Healing Potion on CT, so I don't really want to throw another Offensive Potion on CT. How does it look for us in terms of AoEs in the future? I mean, basically, this would mostly involve going back for Magma Orbs, which is fine. I'm not really convinced with either of these. Return to Source is fine. It's 14 initiative. Obsidian Shield is also fine. How easy is it to do Magma Orbs, though? Like, to do the 2 elements for us? I mean, we got a reasonable amount of fire, but how easily do we create Earth? Not very easily, right? I mean, it'd be like Cloud of Ash, the fire on top, but it's kind of awkward. I mean, obviously, you can always do like Quench Rage bottom plus Living Magma, like this combo. Gets the 2 elements, and then you can. It's like triggers 1, and then the next turn this triggers 1, and then from there you Magma Orbs, and you get what, attack 2, attack 6, attack 3, which is pretty good. You have to have I mean, that's a pretty interesting combo, right? Especially as like the Hazardous Terrain stuff just really hasn't been working out for us, being able to go into that. And and then in that case, I guess, so what does this read? Double the value of your following attack? So I suppose this doesn't actually affect bonuses, right? The Power Potion will not be affected by Quenched Rage, I would assume, since this uses that Eclipse wording. I should check the FAQ, but doesn't say anything. But I assume that's how it works, because that's the wording that tripped people up before. Myself included. I don't know. So yeah, Magma Orbs is tempting. Return to the Source is like the thing that goes with the build that I'm doing, but I've been so underwhelmed with it, with like the Hazardous Terrain stuff, that I'm kind of just wondering if I shouldn't just take a nice good attacking card at this point. Especially if my modifier deck is just really good. Yeah, I think I do want Magma Orbs. I mean, it's also, the bottom is also just good Hazardous Terrain. So I think I will take that. Yeah. So I guess the moral of the story is just putting the Power Potion here is good enough. I mean, it's going to be 6 damage, which is about as good as it's going to be in this party. Again, just so that everyone knows, this is why I'm not taking this on Coral. We are playing with the Dwarf Power Potions, not the Isaac Power Potions, as I call them. So yes, we're basically treating this as during your attack ability, add +2 to all your attacks, rather than during your turn. Okay. So that's that. So do we have anything else item-wise to get? Not really, right? Oh, yeah, we should sell this right now because we want to have enough money for, purchasing resources. So this is going to give us 30 gold. It's nice. Okay, so then we're good, right? I mean, we have all of our slots taken care of. Again, we have a pretty crappy cloak here, but I mean, technically, I think we could make a Cloak of Warding at this point. So we have the Or no, it was the two orbs. Yeah, no, it's those two, right? Yeah, I don't know. No, 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 no. So that's not happening. And I think otherwise, yeah, we're fine over here with what we have. Yeah, seems fine. Okay. All right, yeah, seems good then. Seems like as good a point to stop as any. I don't think there's anything else I've forgotten to do. I did my double build, gained all the stuff from here. Don't have anything to craft. Can't brew any more potions until we get another corpse cap. So yeah, after that we'll be able to do. We can do like both of these, although we only have one rock root, so we'll only be able to do one. I guess we still have this one to do as well, right? Yeah. So this, and this we can do one each week to continue to try to look for. Oh wait, 101. Ah. Oh. Huh. We can make the Abyss Axe now. I mean, I guess that's just going to depend on which scenario we go to next. Whether we do a scenario that immediately has these monster types or not. So like I said, it would be nice to take a break from having to do these main quest lines. But finishing the quest line is very, very strong, right? And would be very good to do by the beginning of the next winter. So realistically, I think I'm just supposed to continue down this, which is pretty rough because I really want to do these scenarios, but yeah, I think I will just continue down this quest line. I mean, I don't know, maybe the scenario's fine. Scrap it, I don't really remember, but anyway. Sure. Oh, we missed. Yeah, importing. We lost all of our lockout stickers. I'm pretty sure this one is locked out because we completed this one. But yeah, that's something. Yeah, I think there's some others that were locked out as well. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna have to go through and check that. That's a bit annoying actually, because I guess there's no way to do locking out. So yeah. Pretty sure it's that. Anyway, so I guess, yeah, the next scenario we'll do is 35. Makes sense to continue down this quest chain, even if I would rather be doing some different things. It seems okay to do, especially because, I don't know, there might be another calendar break or something like that. So yeah, let's progress this while we can, and then during calendar breaks, we can start doing some side scenarios, like searching for the tomes and doing Ruins of the Solstice and stuff like that. Seems reasonable. Okay. So, yep, that's where I'm going to stop for today. Stopping a little bit early, but yeah, I have to go pretty soon. So yeah, I mean, in like 15 minutes. Anyway, I will be back tomorrow, continuing this campaign where we'll do scenario 35. Yes, so we'll do that, and then that should probably get us a level on Crashing Tides, so then we can do a round of solo scenarios. I would like to do solo scenarios, but I don't really want to do a single one at a time, so I think if I get, yeah, if I do one more scenario, assuming it's not force linked or something like that, or even linked, I would still take advantage of. We're pretty low on resources. Then after that, yeah, I'll just do solo scenarios for the second half of the day, which will be for CT and Pyro. That'll probably be the plan there, because, yeah, I think that makes sense. And yeah, that'll be it for tomorrow. And then after that, I'll probably stream on Friday, but not 100%, so we'll see. Anyway. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm not sure I'll actually be able to stream on Friday, but I will stream tomorrow no matter what. So yeah, I'll be back at the usual time tomorrow. Thanks to everyone who stopped by. Hope you have a nice remainder of your day. Again, sorry for the shorter streams the first half of this week, but yeah, well, is what it is right now. And yeah, I'll hope to see you tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Oops.